Welcome to the free WordPress Designing Masterclass for 2025 and beyond. Today in this video, I'll teach you how to create and design a professional and beautiful website using WordPress and only free resources. So to create this website, we'll be using only free resources. We'll be using the best and free WordPress theme, the best and free page builder, and we'll also use few more awesome free plugins. Now my main aim in this video is to show you guys how a professional web designer and developer creates a website, what resources they use for things like illustrations, stock images, patterns, website logo, web templates, etc., and how they implement these resources on the website. We'll also learn what is the thought process behind the design, like how to use the colors and what colors to use to make your website look professional. We'll learn how to use contrast and fonts and how to design backgrounds using different simple and free online tools like Canva and Pixlr. In this video, we'll learn 3 ways of creating a website. First, using elements. Second, using blocks. And third, using free layouts. In fact, I'll give you these free layouts that you can simply import and get a ready-made website for yourself or for your client. I'm also giving all the images that I've used to create this website for absolutely free. Now creating this website is super simple. You don't need to know any programming or coding knowledge to create this website. It's all simple drag and drop. So anybody can follow this step-by-step tutorial and they can create this beautiful website. And this website is 100% mobile and tablet friendly. So it will look amazing on your mobile phone and also on your tablets. Now before we proceed further, let me show you a very quick demo of the website that we will be creating in this video if you follow this step-by-step tutorial. So first of all, let me refresh this website. As you can see, as soon as I refresh this website or as soon as somebody lands on your website for the very first time, this is what they will see. Okay, you can see the beautiful animation. Let me again refresh the page and see the beautiful animation that is going on this website. You can see this beautiful animation that is going on this website. In fact, let me scroll down and show you other sections as well. You can see for other sections as well, everything is perfectly timed. All the different animations for different sections, for different elements, buttons, everything is perfectly timed. And there are many different sections. All the important sections I'll show you how to create in this website. Okay, the blogs, the portfolios, everything. If you see in the header, we have home page, blog page, portfolio page, contact page, about page. I'll show you everything. In fact, if you see the header, this header is such a beautiful header. You can see this is a floating header. It is not touching any sides. This is a floating header. There is a very subtle shadow in this color. You can have your own custom logo. You can replace this with your own logo. And at top of this thing, I have used this 3-color beautiful gradient border, nice bold and big border over here. In fact, I've used gradient a lot on this website. You can see this color, this is also a gradient thing. These buttons are also using gradient colors, which is a mixture of 2 or 3 colors, which is used in a button or somewhere else. In fact, if you see the call to action button, this also has a very nice and beautiful shadow going on. If you see the home page, this is the main section, our hero section. We have used this thing. This is our main heading. Then we have subheading. We have 2 different call to action buttons. Then at the right hand side, we have this image. Now I'll show you how you can download and how you can use these kind of free images. This is not my image. I have not clicked this image, but I'll show you how you can get these kind of images from internet for absolutely free. Many people just use Google for images. That is not the right way to do it because that is not legal first of all, and you don't get high quality images on Google. So I'll show you what all are the websites wherein you can get professional high quality images without any copyright issues and all. And after that, I'll show you how you can remove the background of that image. So as you can see, I've removed the background of this image. Then how you can add this image on top of a layer, on top of a layout or a layer or a shape. So in this case, I've added this pink color circular shape, and after that I've inserted this image inside this shape. So I'll explain you everything, not only just about the designing aspect, but also the banner and images aspect. I'll show you how to create your own custom banner instead of using, some banners on the internet. In fact, if you see the image, the banner or the image in the background, that is a banner that I've created using a free website called Canva. I'll show you that entire process in this website. This image was edited using a free software called Pixlr. So everything that you need to know to create a professional website, you will learn in this single video. Then after that, if you scroll down, you can see this is how your second section looks like. Now I'll explain you about the consistency of the website, how a professional web designer and developer creates a website. You can see, now let me just give you a quick glimpse. So in this case, what I've done is I've selected a primary color and a secondary color. Similarly, I have selected a primary font style and a secondary font style, and that I've used throughout the website. For example, you can see this purple is my main color. You can see this purple color used almost everywhere. Then after that, this pink color is my secondary color. So even the image thing is pink color, maybe a different shade or a different, color or a dullness of that color, but still the same color. This image is also selected for that reason. Similarly, here you will see this image is also selected because we have added this as a secondary color. So I'll show you how to think about the design, how to use this design. Here also you can see we have used this primary and secondary color. Similarly, we have to set different fonts, and I'll show you what all good fonts are available for your websites and how to use which font to use for heading, which to use for body, and I'll explain you the reasoning behind that. Then we'll learn about contrast. Here, as you can see, this is a good example about contrast. Now, this is not a black color. This is again a very dark shade of our purple color. I'll show you how you can get different shades at more than 20-30 shades of a single color, and after that how you can use those shades on your website. So if you see the background color, the background layout or the background cover or the background image, you can say, is very light, and that is the reason why we have used a very dark color text color, okay, so that the contrast looks good. Then if you scroll down, we have few more things. This section, I'll show you how to create this section, how to add these kind of icons for free. This is very complex section. Lot of layer nesting is going on over here, but I know you cannot see it from here. Once we start creating this section, you'll understand it much better. Similarly, for other sections as well, I'll show you how to build and create your own custom header and footer. So this is a header and footer. This is a footer that I've created myself. You can create any type of header. I've added this cloud thing, mountain thing at the bottom. You can create your own header, footer, anything you want. Then we'll also see how to create different blog posts. These are the beautiful blog posts that we have created. We'll see how to create these email marketing newsletter so that you can do free email marketing using MailChimp. Okay, so I'll explain you how to create different blog posts, and this is how a single blog post looks like. Then we'll also see how to create portfolios and projects. This is your portfolio page or your projects page. If you open a single portfolio page, by the way, this is how it will look like. You can change the design, the layout of the single portfolio page. Similarly, we'll see how to create the about page and contact page. Again, as I was talking about consistency, you can see we have used the same font family throughout the website. We have used the same color throughout the website. So many people, what they do is they create a very beautiful homepage, but if you go to other pages, it will look like you have come to some next website. This is not the same website because they have no consistency throughout the website. Similarly, if you open the contact page, I'll show you how you can create these kind of contact forms and all these things. Right, so this was a very short demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. I hope you guys like the demo website. If you like this demo website and if you want to learn everything related to designing, website development and all this banner designing and all, make sure you watch the complete tutorial. And before you proceed further, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now finally, let's start creating this website. To create any kind of website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a simple blog, business website, membership website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nayashik.com. These things are different domain names. So we'll also have to register a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Second, and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Hosting is basically a computer or a server wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website from top to bottom, all the different pages, all the different media files, database, this entire website is saved in a server, and that server is running 24/7, so that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website. Because your server is always up and running, your website is always live. Now, hosting is the most important thing about our website, because everything related to our website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website security, and even your website's ranking in Google and Bing search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you select a good and reliable hosting, your website will load really fast. The user experience on your website will be very positive. For anybody to attack or hack your website, it will be almost impossible. And most importantly, you will get better ranking on Google, Bing, and different search results. And obviously, in contrast to that, if you select a cheap and crappy hosting, everything will be opposite of that. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only a handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. You can simply do one thing: open a new tab and type in blogdude.com/hostinger. In fact, you don't even have to type in this thing. This link is also given to you in the video description below. You can simply click on that link and you should now be redirected to this page. Now this is the hosting that we'll be using. We are not using a regular web hosting. We are using managed WordPress hosting. And the reason being, because we'll be using WordPress CMS to design and to create our website, to build our website, we need a hosting that is specially crafted for WordPress websites. So that is the reason why we are going with managed WordPress hosting. By the way, this is the only thing that we need to purchase. The hosting, without hosting, we just cannot create our website. We cannot make our website live on internet. So we have to purchase this thing. And that too, I am recommending you the most affordable and still at the same time the best hosting available. So you can see it starts at just $3 per month. After this, everything will be free. The theme, page builder, plugins, different websites that we'll be creating to create banners and all, everything will be absolutely free. Without this, we just cannot proceed further. So again, I'm saying I'm recommending you the best and also the most affordable hosting. If you scroll down, you can see at Trustpilot, they have a phenomenal rating of 4.7. Then if you scroll down, you can see they are also recommended by WordPress.org. So basically they are recommended by the company that we'll be using to create the website. So they are recommended by the software that we'll be using to build our website. As you can see over here, we have 4 different plans available: Premium, Business, Cloud Startup, and Cloud Professional. We'll be using the most affordable Premium plan to build this website, which starts at just $3 per month. You can see with this plan, with this Premium plan, you can create up to 100 websites. So today you're creating this website, this business website. Tomorrow, if you want to create maybe another website for some other business or for some client or for a family member or somebody, you don't need to purchase a new hosting. You can create up to 100 websites in one single hosting. So once you purchase this premium hosting, in this one premium hosting, you can host or you can create up to 100 websites. And this is managed WordPress hosting. As I said earlier, we get 100 GBs of SSD storage, which is more than enough for most use cases. If you see the entire size of this website that I've created, this is a complete website with all the different database, pages, media and everything. This complete website, the size of this complete website is hardly 100 MBs, which basically means that in 1 GB, you can create 10 websites like this. And here we are getting 100 GBs of SSD storage. And SSD storage is very fast, and this is very important. Your storage or your server must be fast. Only then your website will also load fast. Then after that, you can see we are getting free domain name. Don't need to purchase the domain name, that is also free. And many different features are available. We get free business email account. We get free unlimited SSL certificates to make your website more secure. And because this is WordPress related hosting, so if you click on see all features, you can see we get so many different WordPress related features. Most importantly, we get WordPress acceleration. These guys are using Lightspeed web server to host your website. Basically, they use server-based caching to make your website even more faster. And we have malware scanner, virus scanner to protect your website, WP CLI, and all the important features are available. So simply do one thing, click on this choose plan button under premium and select this plan. In the next step, you will see this option. Now by default, 4 years is selected. We have to select for how long do you want to purchase this hosting. If you want to purchase this for 1 year, for 12 months, you can select 12 months from here. And you can see you just have to pay $35, including domain, hosting, everything, just $35. In fact, if you use my coupon code, if you click on this thing, have a coupon code. In fact, I would highly recommend you to use the coupon code so that you get additional 10% discount. Now, if I type in the coupon Nayyar, NAYYAR, click on apply. Now you'll see instead of $36, we get $32, so additional 10% discount. If you purchase this thing for 2 years, you just have to pay $64 for 2 complete years of hosting. And if you purchase it for 4 years, you just have to pay like $130. Now I would recommend you to select at least 2 years, 24 months or 4 years. Okay, so that you get more discount. So whatever option you want, whether you want 2 years, 4 years, 1 year, you select that and click on continue. Now in this step, you have to create an account with Hostinger. So you can enter your email address and you can choose a password and click on continue. This will create an account at Hostinger for you with this email and password. Just make sure whatever email and password you enter over here, make sure you remember that so that whenever you want to log into your Hostinger account, you can log in using this email and password. Or if you want, you can simply select this Google, select any Gmail account and you can create and you can click on continue after that. Now finally, you will see the last page. In this page, you have to enter your billing address. So simply enter your first name, last name, your phone number, your address and all. And after that, click on continue. Now you have to make the payments. You can use any option for payment. You can use credit, debit card. You can use PayPal, Google Pay, Alipay. And if you're watching this video from different countries, for example, if you're watching this video from India, you'll get many more payment options. For example, you will get UPI, you will get Google Pay, you will get Paytm, net banking. Many different options will be available for you. Whatever option you want, you can simply select that, enter your details and click on submit payment. Now once you click on that submit payment button and once you make your payment, after that you'll automatically be redirected to this page. Here first of all, you have to select who you're creating this website for yourself or for somebody else. We'll select the first option, myself or my business. And after that, click on this next button at the bottom right corner. Then in the next step, they will ask you whether you want to create or migrate a website. So whether you're creating a new website or migrating an existing website. We'll again select the first option, I'll create a website. So select that and click on this next button again. In the third step, they will ask you to enter email and password for your WordPress website. So the website that we are creating, the backend of this website, whenever you want to log into the backend of this website, this email and password will be entered. So again, make sure you remember whatever email and password you have entered. And again, click on this next button. In the next step, they will ask you what type of website are you creating? Online store, blog, portfolio, business and services, other. You can select any type from here. I'll select business and services. And after that, click on next. Now they will give you some pre-built websites and themes. We don't need these themes or websites, so we can simply skip this thing. So click on this button, create a blank website. Then they will recommend you few plugins. We don't need these plugins as well. So click on this skip button. And finally, you have the domain name. As I said you earlier, we are getting a free domain name with this hosting. So whatever domain name you want to register for free, you can type in that domain over here. For example, if I want to register this domain name, nayyarshake.in, I'll simply type in nayyarshake over here. And after that, it will give me some suggestions like nayyarshake.io, .me, .fun. Many different domain name extensions are available. As I said you earlier, I'll be selecting nayyarshake.in. So I'll select this and after that, click on next. Now, because you're registering a new domain name, you have to enter your details. So enter your first name, last name, your address and phone number. And after that, simply click on finish registration or complete registration. You can see now your domain is getting registered. And finally, you will see this page. This is the last page of this setup. Here you have to select the data center location. I would recommend you to just leave it as it is, leave it default and click on next again. Now, once you click on this next button, you can see WordPress has now started installing on this new domain name that you have just registered. Now, this is a very small process, hardly takes around 2 to 3 minutes. So let's wait. Once it is done for you, you'll automatically be redirected to this page. And you can see all the domain names on which you have installed WordPress. So for this tutorial, we'll be using this domain name, web25.blogdude. And you will see your domain name that you have just entered over here in this list. And besides your domain name, you will see 2 buttons, Dashboard and WordPress Admin. you have to click on this WordPress admin button. Now what this will do is this will open a new tab for you and you will automatically be logged into your WordPress dashboard, the website's backend. You'll automatically be logged into your website's backend. You can see this is your WordPress dashboard. In fact, if you click on this dashboard option at the left hand side, this exactly is your WordPress dashboard. Now this page, the dashboard page, is the most important page of your website because you will be controlling your entire website from this page. Whether you want to create a new website, whether you want to change the design of the website, whether you want to create or manage blog posts, manage media, everything will be done from this page. And whenever you want to log into this page or come to this page, you can simply type in this domain name. You can simply type in this thing, your domain name, and after that put in /wp-admin. So your website name, for example, is google.com. You'll type in google.com/wp-admin. You'll land on this page. In future, if you forget your email and password for your login, you can do one thing. You can always go back to your Hostinger account and you can click on this WordPress admin button and you will automatically be logged into your WordPress dashboard. Now, whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic things that we have to understand and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. So first, let's see them. First of all, on your dashboard page, you will see there are many different widgets available. We don't need any one of these widgets. These are all not so useful widgets. So we'll do one thing. We'll click on the screen options at top and we'll untick everything from here. Okay. We don't want anything over here. We want a clean website. Then at the left hand side, we have several options. First option is the post option. And in this post option, you can see we have one blog post already created for us. Hello world. This is a dummy blog post. Later on in the video, we'll delete this blog post and we'll create our own custom blog post like we have created over here. In the blog page, you can see 7 steps in mapping out an effective social media strategy for YouTube, or whatever blog post you want. You can create your own custom blog post. Then after that, we have the media option. Under media option, whatever media files you have used on your website, whether it is these buttons, whether this image, or whatever media files, icons, images you have used, videos you have used on your website, you'll see those media files over here. You can manage them from here. If you want to add a new media file, you can click on add new media file, or you can simply drag and drop the media file over here. Then we have the pages option. Under pages option, one page is automatically created, privacy policy page. Later on in the video, we'll be using this option to create different pages like our home page, blog page, portfolio, about and contact page, and many more pages. Then we have the comments option. Now, whenever somebody leaves any comment below any page or any blog post, you'll see these comments over here. Okay, you'll see those comments over here and you can do one thing. You can approve them, you can unapprove them. If you want, you can reply them from here, or if you want, you can even delete those comments. Then the next option is appearance option, and this is one of the most important options. Under appearance, you can see few themes are already installed for you, and one of those themes will be activated. So in this case, because we are creating this website in 2025 theme is installed and activated for us. Now, if you open this website in a new tab, let's right click over here, click on open link in a new tab. You can see this is how your website is looking right now. Now this look, this design, this appearance of your website is because of this theme, 2025. Now if you go ahead and activate some other theme, for example, let's activate this 2024 theme. Click on this activate button. If you again come back to this page and refresh it, you can see your website design is a little bit changed. Now this is because of this theme. Theme changes the style and appearance of your website. Now we don't want to use any one of these themes. Later on in the video, we'll be using a different theme, a very beautiful, very powerful, and at the same time a free theme. Okay. So for now, you can do one thing. You can delete these extra themes. You can click on them and then click on this delete button at the bottom. Click on OK. Click on this delete button at the bottom. Now we cannot delete this theme. We have to have one theme activated. So we'll leave it as it is. And later on, in fact, in the next step, we'll delete this theme and install another theme. Before that, let's see a few more options. Now at the left hand side, we have plugins. Now here also under plugins option, you can see few plugins are automatically installed and activated for us. Now what is a plugin? A plugin is kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, right now our website is just a simple blog. Okay, you cannot do anything more than that. You can just write basic blog post on your website, nothing more than that. but we have to do a lot more things. We have to create a beautiful design. We have to create a very powerful, very dynamic website with all this animation and all. We have to create a portfolio section. Okay, we have to create different blog posts. We have to create a contact form on the website. So for all these things, we need different plugins. We need a plugin for portfolio so that it will add this portfolio feature on your website. We need a plugin to add animations. We need a plugin for different things. You understand this thing. If you want to add features on your website, you need some plugin for that. Okay. You'll understand this better later on when we install different plugins for different purposes. I'll explain you why we are installing what plugin and what that plugin will do for you. So you'll understand that thing later on much better. Now at the left hand side, click on settings. Now under settings, you will see first we have general setting. Under general setting, we have site title. So you have to give your website some title or some name. So I'll simply name it Blog Dude. You can name it anything. If you want to give some title to your website, you can do that. Or if you want, you can enter your company name or your brand's name over here. Then we have the tagline. Under tagline, you can describe your website in few words. Okay, like what your website is all about. You can write 2, 3, 4 words. You can describe your website in few words. Then after that, we have this option. Okay, anyone can register. If you want, you can enable this thing. Anyone can register, so that people can register on your website and they can leave a comment on your blog post. Okay, if you want, you can tick mark this thing. Anyone can register. Now in the time zone, select the time zone that is followed in your country. I am from India, so I'll select Kolkata time zone. And after that, click on Save Changes. Now under settings, click on permalinks. And make sure post name permalink structure is selected. If some other permalink structure is selected for you, simply tick mark and select post name and click on Save Changes. Again, come back to your dashboard. With this, all the basic settings related to our WordPress website are now 100% completed. Now, before we proceed further, let me again come back to this page. Now, whenever you purchase hosting or hosting, you can always manage your account from this page. Okay, hpanel.hostinger.com. So you can come to this page, you can visit this link, enter your email and password to log in. And after that, if you click on websites at the left hand side, you will see all the different websites that you have created. You can manage them from here. Now I want to show you a few things over here. Previously, I have explained you and I have told you that with this Hostinger plan that we have purchased, you can create up to 100 websites. So we have just learned how to create our first website. Now tomorrow, if you want to create another website, if you want to add more websites on this hosting, how you'll do that? Let's see that thing. With that, I also want to show you one more thing. Many people, what they do is they register their domain names outside Hostinger. Whenever they see a domain name is available, they just register it. For example, if you have registered your domain name on GoDaddy, Namecheap or some other website, and if you want to use that domain name with Hostinger, let me show you how to do this thing. So to create a new website, to add a new website, we click on this button, Add Website button, and we select WordPress because we'll be using WordPress. Now same process will happen for you. Enter your email and password for this new WordPress account. Click on Next. What type of website you're creating, just select that. Click on Next. Then after that, whether you want to use a pre-built website, create a website with AI. We want to create a blank website, so click on Create a Blank Website. Now it's time for domain name. Now you can either purchase a new domain name, whatever domain name you want, you can type in that thing and you can purchase this domain. Or if you already have a domain name, you can type in that domain name over here. For example, let me go to my GoDaddy account. Now here as you can see, I have a few domain names on my GoDaddy account. Now suppose if I want to use this domain, fahem.in, I want to use this domain name which is registered on GoDaddy with Hostinger. So what I'll do is I'll simply copy this domain, paste in over here. Now it will search for this domain name and it will tell me that do you own this domain, because this is already taken. So I'll select yes, I do own this domain. I'll select this domain name and it says that you can use this domain for your website, but you'll need to connect it manually. I'll show you how to connect your domain name with Hostinger in the next step. For now, click on Next. And again, same thing, WordPress has now started installing on this new domain name. Once it is done, you will again be redirected to this page. Now here as you can see, we have this domain name in the list, fahem.in, but it says domain not connected. We have to connect this domain. Let's see how it is done. For this, we need to click on this button, dashboard button. And over here again, it will give you this notice that domain is not connected. You need to connect it. So you can do one thing, you can click on check guide and this will tell you this domain name. Okay, we have to basically change the domain name server and we have to use this name server. Basically, we have to change the DNS. Let me explain you how it is done. Very simple. you can go back to your GoDaddy account, Namecheap account, wherever you have registered your domain name, and you can select DNS. Besides every single domain name, there will be this DNS option, which stands for domain name server. So I'll click on this DNS option. Now search for name servers option. So once it is loaded, here as you can see, name servers, click on this. Click on change name servers and select this option. I'll use my own name servers. Now under name server number 1, copy this first name server and paste it under line 1. Then copy your second name server and simply paste it under line 2 and click on save. Now once you click on save, it can take up to 24 to 48 hours to link your domain name with Hostinger. So by that time you can do one thing, you can tick mark I have changed the name server records and click on finish. So this is how you connect your domain name, your external domain name with Hostinger. Alright, so now let's do one thing. Let's install all the required themes, plugins and page builders. First, we'll start with the page builder. Page builder is obviously, as the name suggests, thing that will help you to design different pages. So all the pages, including the home page, about page, contact page, portfolio page, all these pages are created using this page builder. And again, I'm saying everything is free. Page builder is free, theme and plugins, everything is free. So first, let's install the page builder. To install this free page builder, you have to open a new tab and type in blogdude.com/Elementor. In fact, you don't even have to type in this thing. This link is also given to you in the video description below. You can click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now, this is the page builder that we'll be using, Elementor page builder. And here you can see we have a free version. We also have premium version of this page builder. So if you have some big budget or some decent budget, you can even purchase the premium version so that you get even more features. But for this video, because I've told you I'll be using only free resources, we'll be using free version of Elementor. So to install or to download the free version, simply click on this button, download for free, enter your email address, tick mark this thing and click on let's go. Once you click on let's go, a new file will start downloading for you, as you can see in the download folder. Once it is downloaded, you can now install that file on your dashboard. So you can come back to your dashboard. At the left hand side, click on plugins, because page builder is basically a plugin. And over here, click on add new plugin, because we want to add a new plugin, obviously. Now click on upload plugin. Now just select the file that you have just downloaded. So this is the file that we have downloaded. I'll simply select it over here. Click on install now, or you can click on choose file. You can select that file and after that click on install now. Once it is installed, we have to activate this plugin. So click on this button, activate plugin. Once activated, you will see this setup screen. We don't want to set up this thing. You can do one thing. Click on this thing, click on this cross at the top right corner. Okay, this will exit this setup. Now this will give you this new widget. We don't need this as well. So we can click on screen option at top and untick this widget as well. Okay, so this page builder is now installed for you. You can see a new option is added at the left hand side. It says Elementor and templates. Okay, these two options are added for you. Now let's install the theme, which is one of the most important thing. In fact, the most important thing for this website. So this is a free theme. To install and to download and install this theme, you can simply click on appearance at the left hand side. Click on add new theme. And over here under search themes, search for Phlox, Phlox. Okay, this is the plugin that we need. Click on install. This is the free version, and again we'll be using the free version of everything for creating this website. To activate this theme, click on this activate button. Once activated, it will give you this option and this will ask you to install Phlox Core plugin, and we want to install this thing. So click on this button, install Phlox Core plugin. Now as you can see, it is installing and activating this plugin, a very important plugin for this theme. Once done, it will reload this page. As you can see, it will reload this page and it will open this thing for you. Now we'll come back to this thing later on. First, we need few more plugins. So again, click on plugins at the left hand side. Now click on add new plugin. Now all the other plugins, we can just search for them over here. So first of all, we need a plugin to add this portfolio option. Okay, so we'll search for Phlox portfolio. You'll get this option. Okay, premium portfolio features for Phlox theme. Click on install now. This is by Avatar. Make sure you install this plugin. We can activate it later on and we'll activate all the plugins at once. First, install all the required plugins. Next, we need MC4WP, which stands for MailChimp for WordPress. Okay, this is the one. MC4WP, MailChimp for WordPress. Install this one. What this plugin will do is this will help you to create this thing. Okay, if you see in the footer, we have this thing. This is a newsletter form. So if somebody enters their email address and click on submit, they will be added to your email marketing list. You can send them your newsletters. Okay, so this is what this is useful for. Next plugin that we need is Contact Form 7. Simply search for contact and you will get that plugin. Here it is, Contact Form 7. Install this one. This plugin will help you to build this form. If you go to the contact page, this form is created using this plugin. Now next two plugins that we need are related to Elementor. This will add more features for Elementor page builder. I'll explain you about these two plugins later on when we start designing the home page. So first plugin that we need is called Elements Kit. Okay, so just search for Elements Kit and you should see this plugin, Elements Kit Elementor add-on by WP Met. Okay, this is the plugin that we need. Once all these plugins are installed, you can click on plugins at the left hand side. And before we activate them, we need one more plugin. If you see any plugin that requires update, you can simply click on update now and make sure you have all your plugins and themes updated to the latest version. So as I was saying, we need one more plugin and this is also a free plugin, and this plugin is also related to Elementor. It will add more features related to Elementor. Now to install this plugin, you can open a new tab and type in blogdude.com/royal. Again, this link will also be given to you in the video description below. So you can simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Okay, Elementor widget, template kit and extensions. And you need to click on this button, download plugin button. This will open a new tab for you and you can download this plugin from here. Click on this download button. A new zip file will start downloading for you, as you can see. So come back to your plugins page, click on add new plugin, upload plugin, and again simply select this file over here. So I'll simply choose this file, click on install now. Once it is installed, you can click on activate plugin, click on allow and continue. All right, now before we see all these things, again come back to plugins. We need to activate few more plugins. Tick mark all these plugins: Contact Form 7, Elements Kit, MC for WP and Flux Portfolio. Now go to bulk action and select activate, click on apply. This will activate all the plugins at once. All right, as you can see, all the plugins are now successfully activated. Similarly, come back to appearance and now you can also delete this 2024 theme. Click on this theme, delete this theme. Make sure you have only one theme installed and activated. All right. Now, if you see any notices like this, you can just dismiss them. Come back to your dashboard. Now we have installed all the required themes and plugins. We can now do one thing. We can now start designing the website. So for that, we'll start with the home page. Okay, first we'll create the home page, we'll design the home page, and after that we'll see all the other pages, blog page, portfolio page, and so on. In fact, before even doing that, we need to do just two settings. Okay, so you can do one thing. You can hover over appearance. Under appearance, you have this customize option. Okay, under appearance, customize option. You can either click on this customize option or you can go back to your front end and click on this customize option at top. Right now, if you see, the width of this website is very big. If you see, we have very little space at the left hand side. The content starts right at the very left side. Now, if you see the demo website, we have a nice amount of space both at left and right. Okay, we want something like this. Okay, so to do this thing, also this is the font family, or this is the font style that is used in the website, which I don't like. I want a different font family or font style. So to change this thing, you can click on this customize link at top. First of all, we'll change the most important, most basic thing. We'll change the content layout. Okay, so for that, click on general. Under general, click on general layout, and by default you can see it is 1600, which is very wide. We want to select 1200 pixels. Okay, select this and click on publish. Then after that, we want to do one more thing. You can come back over here. Again, come back. In fact, under general, we have this general typography. Now by default, if you see the body font family, this is, I think, railway font family is used throughout this website. Okay, now we want a different font family. Now how you will choose what font family you want to use for your website, what font family looks better on your website. So for that, you can go to this website, fonts.google.com, And here you will get all the different font families that are available. Open Sans is one of the best font families if you want to use that, or if you want to use any cursive or any handwritten type of font family, you can use these kind of font families on your website. Oswald is also a good font family. Railway is the font family which I think is used in the demo website. Now what I want to do is I want to use this font family. As you can see, Nunito. Now we have to select a primary and a secondary font family. What I want to do is for font style, for heading font style, I want Outfit. This is the name of the font family. So for headings, I want Outfit, and for text, this is a text. For this, we want Nunito. If you can see this thing more better if I open a single blog post. You can see this is the font family which is called Outfit, and this is the font family which is called Nunito. So for body, I'll be using, for body, which means small text, all the text kind of thing, will be using Nunito font family. And for all the heading, big text, heading text, will be using Outfit font family. All right. There are many other font families which you can use. Poppins is a good font family. Lato is a good font family. Roboto is a good font style. So there are many font families and font styles that you can use. Now, as I said earlier, for this tutorial, the one which I've used in the demo website, for body, I've used Nunito. So select body, click on the pencil button and search for Nunito, Nunito. As you can see, as soon as you change this thing, the style of this thing is changed. Now, if I again if I again select this thing, now for heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll be selecting Outfit. Okay. Just search for Outfit and select this thing. Okay. Now for heading 2 as well, same thing. Heading 3 as well, same thing. Heading 4 also, same thing. Make sure you select Outfit, and also heading 5. Select Outfit, click on Publish. Once it is done, you can now exit this thing. So click on this cross at top left corner and you can exit this thing. Now, as you can see, this starts right over here. This is the Outfit font family. This is the Nunito font family. This will save you a lot of time. And before creating the website, if you set your primary and secondary font family, this is much better. You don't have to do a lot of experiments. So again, come back to the dashboard. As I was saying earlier, now let's start creating the home page. To create a new page, we click on Pages at the left hand side. Now few pages will automatically be created for you. What I recommend is you can delete these pages. Okay, we want to start from scratch. So we'll delete the news page, home page, contact, blog, and about. Select bulk action, select move to trash. Okay, we want to create our own pages from scratch. Click on add new page. First page that we want is called home. So we'll type in home over here. Now if I just type in home and publish this page, and if I open this page in a new tab, let's open this in a new tab. This is how it will look like. Now we have a lot of space over here. We have this title, home title. We have this breadcrumb. If you see the demo website, we don't have any extra space in between. We don't have any title or breadcrumb. Okay, this is called breadcrumb. We don't have anything like that. So we want to get rid of this thing. So for that, we'll come back to this page. And we'll select this page option at the right hand side. Okay, if you see this page option, under template, instead of default template, select Elementor full width. Okay, this template. And after that, one more thing, scroll down and over here, search for title bar setting. And under title bar section, select no. We don't want any title bar. Now click on save. If you again come back over here, refresh it. Now as you can see, we have header, we have footer, nothing in between. So this is what we want. Okay, we want an empty page that we can build our home page on. Next thing that we need to do is we need to set this page as our official home page. We need to set this page as a front page. If I click on my website name, I'm now redirected to some other page. Okay, now this page that you have just created, we want to set this page as a home page. So to do this thing, come back to your dashboard, click on this W icon. And over here under settings, click on reading. Now your home page displays your latest post. We want to display a static page. So select the second option and under home page, select home, click on save changes. Now if I again come back over here, earlier it was your website name /home. Now if I refresh this page, you can see that /home is gone. And if I click on this blog dude, I'm still on the same page. So this page is now your official home page. If you again click on pages at the left hand side, besides home, it will say front page. Now let's click on edit and let's start designing this page. So to design this page, we'll be using Elementor, and to use Elementor, click on this button, edit with Elementor. Now if you see any notices like this, you can just cancel them. Now let me first explain you what this Elementor page builder is, how it works, and after that we can start designing this thing. So first of all, let's see, let's understand what we see on our screen. So at the left hand side, we have different elements, and these are the elements that we'll be using to design this page. Okay, so these are the elements at the left hand side. At the right hand side, we have the canvas, we have the area, content area. Okay, whatever you design, you will be designing at the right. Then at the top, we have a few more options that we'll be seeing later on in the video. When we start creating the home page, I'll explain you about all the other icons. First, just understand the left and the right side. So left side, we have some options which are called elements. Now to create a new page, under every page, if you see for home page, whether it's the home page, blog page, any page, we create page section by section. This is your first section, your hero section. If you scroll down, we have the second section. This is your second section. Then this is the third section, feature section. Then fourth section is the review section. Then fifth section is the blog and news section. So this is how it goes. Now to create a new section on Elementor, you click on this plus button. Okay, and you select Flexbox in most cases. Now here you have multiple options. Now let me explain you two basic things. Okay, two basic direction things. Okay, how you use these options. So one is direction down, one is direction right. If I select direction down, for example, let's select direction down. Now whatever elements I enter over here, it will be one, then down, and then down, something like this. It will be vertical basically. Also, if you notice, left hand side things have now changed. Okay, whenever you use any element or whenever you click on any element, left hand side things change. If you want to again go back to elements, you click on this plus button. Okay, at top it says add element. Again, you are back to this option. Now if you use, for example, let's use this heading element. If I use the heading element, I can simply drag and drop it over here. Okay, now because this is direction down, if I again come back, click on add element, add another heading element. Okay, it will be below this thing. Then if I add maybe another button, let me get this button, drag and drop this button. Okay, as you can see, it will go below this thing because the direction was down. Now if you add another section, click on this plus button, Flexbox. This time let's select direction row or direction vertical or horizontal or right side. If I again come back to element, if I select heading, drag and drop the heading. Now let's drag and drop another heading. Okay, now as you can see, it will go at the right hand side. Okay, if I select a button as well, it will go right hand side. So this is what the main difference is between these directions. Okay, now we can delete them. Just click on this delete container. So as I was saying earlier, we create a section by clicking on this button, plus button. Now if you select, for example, in the first section, we have two columns. Left hand side, we have all the text. Right hand side, we have all these images. So maybe we want to select Flexbox and we want to select two columns. Okay, so I'll select two columns. Now again, left hand side things will change. We'll go back to add element. So click on this plus button. Now suppose if I want to use, let's say button element. So I'll drag and drop the button element at the left hand side. Now whenever you use any element, things will change and options will change for that. So now at the left hand side, it says edit button. For every single element, there will be three options: content, style, and advanced. Under content, you can change the basic content, like under text. Instead of click here, you can type in read more. Okay, now as you can see, it is changed. In style, obviously you will be changing style related things. For example, background type, background color. If you want background color red or blue, red, green, yellow, pink, whatever color you want, you can select that color. Okay, we have few more styling things. And under advanced, you can add margin, padding, alignment, order, Z index, all the advanced things. Okay, again, click on this plus button to come back to this element. Now, if you use maybe icon, you can drag and drop the icon. If you want to bring it at the right hand side, you can drag and drop it over here at the right hand side. And again, same thing under icon as well. You can see content, style, and advanced. Three options are added. Okay, so this is how you will be doing it. Now, once you delete, if you want to delete it, you can click on delete container. Now, we have installed two plugins, Elements Kit and Royal add-ons. If you scroll down, you will see for vlogs, we have so many different options for vlogs. Many elements that are not available in Elementor. These guys create different elements for Elementor. Now if I scroll down, you can see Royal add-ons created these elements for you, and these are very helpful. You will see when we start designing the homepage. Similarly, if I scroll down, Elements Kit has their own element list, okay, which we'll be using to create this homepage. So this is basically how Elementor works. Now let's start designing this page. Now in the demo website, you can see this is how our first section looks like. So to create this section, we need two columns. Left hand side will add all the text and button, and the right hand side will add the image. So to create this column, or to create this first section, we click on this plus button, select flex box, and we select two columns. Okay. Now by default, these are 50% each. So if you click on this option, edit column, if you see my mouse cursor, edit container, if you click on this option, edit container option, you can see it is 50%. What I want is, I want my left column to be 45 and right column to be 55%. So this time click on this right container, edit container, and make it 55%. Okay. So we want our right container a little bit more wider. Now in the left container, first we have this option. Okay. We have this thing, we have an image, and after that we have this text. Now I have just shown you how this direction thing works, a down and right thing. Now this is a down direction. By default, it is a down direction. If you click on edit container, you can see this is vertical or down direction. So if I try to add an image, and after that, if I try to add a text, the image will be at top and this text will be at the bottom. So if you want to make it vertical inside this thing, so inside down direction, you can also make it right direction. For that, you'll need to add some inner column. So we can click on this add element option, and we can insert this thing container inside this container. Okay, so this is called nesting. Now as you can see, we have this inner container. Now for this inner container, I can click on edit container, and I can change the direction to horizontal, or I can change the direction to right side. Now if I type in, or if I enter anything under this, so first we need to enter this image, we need to upload this image. So for this image, again, I'll click on this plus button, and I'll search for image element, which is right at top. So I'll drag and drop this image element over here. Now let's upload the image element. Now, by the way, there is a link given to you in the video description below. If you click on that link, you will be redirected to my website blog dude. In fact, you will be redirected to a blog post which would look something like this. So whenever I create a YouTube tutorial, I always create a blog post for that, wherein I include all the important links and everything. And at the bottom, you will see this link, download free images. You need to click on this blue download button. Once you click on that button, you will download a zip file, and once you unzip that file, you will see a media folder, and inside this media folder, I've given you all the images that I've used to create this website. So homepage, if you open the homepage folder, all the images I've used on the homepage. If you open pages folder, I'll explain you about these files later on in the video. Portfolio, I've given you these portfolio images, blog images, and so on. So you'll see this image in this homepage option. If you open the homepage thing, here as you can see waving, this is the image that we need. So we'll click on this option. At the left hand side, we'll click on choose image, and we'll upload this image over here. Okay, so I'll simply drag and drop it like this, upload it, click on select. Now this is how it will look like. We'll change the image resolution to full, and you can also change the size. You can go to style option. So click on the style tab, and from here you can change the size, how big or small you want this image to be. You can see. Now for this, in this case, I want this to be 80%. Now after that, we need to add this text. So I'll copy the text from here, come back to element. So click on add element, and we'll simply use the heading element. So I'll drag and drop the heading element right besides this image here. Okay. And after that, I'll upload or I'll just paste in this text via WordPress agency or whatever text you want. Now here by default, if you go to style and if you click on typography, you'll see some other font families used over here. I think Roboto font family is used over here. We have changed the font family for theme option. So Elementor option also we have to change the font family. So before that, first let me complete this thing. Let's design this thing, and after that I'll show you how you can change the font family and everything. So under style, first of all, we'll change the typography for this one to Nunito. We want our text to be this font family, NUNITO. Okay, this is the font family, or this is the font style that we want. Now for this size, we want 16 pixels and we want it a little bit bolder. So 700, we'll select bold. Now, if you want to align them properly, if I hide this thing, you can see images at the bottom and the text is floating at top. I want everything aligned in center in middle. So to do this thing, we have to click on this inner container, click on edit container and select this option, align items center. And now if I hide this thing, everything is aligned perfectly. One more thing, there is a lot of space between this image and this text. So if you want to control that, you can increase or decrease the gap. Here as you can see, column gap, I'll make it 5. Now if I again hide it, this is how it looks like. All right. Now it's time for color. So click on this text and let's select text color, which is over here. Now, whenever you go to any website and if you want to see, if you like any color and if you want to get the exact color code of that thing, you can always right click on that text and select inspect, the very bottom option, inspect option. Once you do that, you will see this thing pop up at the bottom. And after that, at the right hand side, you will see the color code. Here as you can see, this is the color code that we need. Okay, you can see the color code. You can copy the color code from here, come over here and paste in the color code. Now, as you can see, we have this exact same thing. You can always do one thing. You can click on this plus button to create a new global color. Okay, and you can save this color. I'll name it pink color. Okay, so that next time whenever you want to use this color, you don't have to paste in or type in this color code. Next time you can simply click on this globe icon, this custom option, and here as you can see, this pink color is now saved for you. You can click on that thing and this will be added to you. Now one more thing, one more option. This was one option of seeing color. If you want to see the color of any image, you cannot see using this inspect element. So for that, you can use a free Google Chrome extension, which is called ColorZilla. You can see this thing if you follow my mouse cursor, ColorZilla. So you can search for this thing on Google and you can add this extension in your Google Chrome browser. After that, you'll get this, color picker icon at the top. You can click on that icon. Now, whatever color you want, whether it's text, whether it's image, you can see everything. It will get all the colors for you. You simply need to bring your mouse cursor wherever you want or whatever color you want. And after that, just click. Once you click, it will save the color code. It will copy the color code for you. Now, wherever you want, you can simply go ahead and paste in the color. Now, if I paste in the color over here in the URL bar, you can see if I just press Ctrl V, this will paste in the color. So once you click, it will automatically copy the color code for you. So you can use this Google Chrome extension, ColorZilla, very useful. Now let's see what we have next. After this, we have this option. We have the main text. Okay, this animation and everything. So for this, again, we'll come back to this option, click on add element and we'll search for advanced text. Okay, if you just search for advanced, you will see this thing, advanced text. This is by Royal Add-ons, Royal Elementor add-ons. You can see the R at top right. So you can drag and drop it over here. Make sure you see this thing like this. Now this is the default text and this is the typing animation. As you can see, the default typing animation, this is how it will look like. If you want to change the animation to something else, for example, if you want to change the animation to clip, this is how the animation will look like. Okay, whatever animation you like, you can have it. I am selecting slide animation because this is the animation I'm using on the demo website. Now here we have to add this text first. This is your main text, digital age adventure in. So I'll copy the text and I'll paste it under prefix text. Now under animated text, you can see it says design, mobile apps and marketing. So you can type in that thing. Under animated text, you can type in mobile apps, design, marketing. Okay, or if you want to type in something else, obviously you can do that. Now this is a loop, so you can select whether you want this in a loop or not. Now this is the style, this is the content. Now let's style this thing. First, let's align this thing left. So alignment, we can select left. Now let's style this thing. So go to style. Now text color. You can see this is the text color. So I can use this color picker, ColorZilla color picker. Just click on this thing. It will copy the text color for me. I'll paste in the text color over here and I'll also save this color. Click on global color and change this thing, or you can save this thing as text color. Okay. Name it anything you want. Click on create. Now again, you have to change the typography. So you can see we again have to change the typography. So to save some time, I'll do one thing. I'll click on this site settings, this icon at top, and select global fonts. And from here, you can change the default typography. So under primary, it is Roboto. Instead of Roboto, I'll be using Outfit font family. Okay. For secondary also, we'll do the same thing. Click on secondary. Instead of Roboto slab, we'll select Outfit font family. Let's try again. Okay, this is the one. Then after that, for text, we want to use Nunito. Okay, Nunito, this is the font family we want. And for accent, which is your link, whether it's button or any link you have added, we again want outfit. Click on save changes. Now you can exit this thing, come back to this thing, click on this, typography, make sure if it is still not changed, then you can change it from here, select outfit. Okay, so it is changed because no changes have taken place. Now under size, I want to change this size to 88 pixels because this is the size that I've selected in my demo website. One more thing I want to do, I want to capitalize. So all the first letters should be capitalized. So under transform, I'll select capitalize. Okay. Then after that, under weight, you can make it thinner, like 100, like 300, or if you want to make it very bold, you can select this 900. We want to select 700. Okay. Now there is so much space, or line height over here, so much space between each line. I don't want this much. So under line height, I'll change this thing. First of all, instead of pixels, select EM. Okay. And over here, type in 1.1. Okay. Or 1.2. If you want more line height, you can select 1.2 as well. Make sure it is EM 1.1 or 1.2. Then after that, you can also do one thing. You can increase or decrease the letter spacing. So between each letter, you can increase or decrease the spacing. So you can also make it negative. And in this case, I want to make it negative. So I'll make it negative 1.8, minus 1.8. Okay. Now same thing, same changes you have to do under this option, under advanced text. Okay. So under advanced text, 88 pixels, 700 bold, line height will be 1.1 or 1.2 if you want. Okay. Letter spacing will be minus 1.8, same thing. Okay. Now color, we can just change one color from here. Okay, if you want this color or some red color, blue color, whatever color, you can just change one color. But we want to make it a gradient color. So for this, we'll have to use custom CSS. For now, just select any color you want. I'll explain you how you can make it custom CSS. Also, advanced text, you can make 0 padding. Okay, we don't want any padding from any side. So padding will be 0. Now to make it this gradient color, you can go to advanced. And you can go to this option, whether you want to select custom CSS flocks or custom CSS royal add-ons, both will do. I'll recommend using this custom CSS which says flocks. Select this thing, and under this thing again, first of all, go to the media folder that you have just downloaded, and inside that you will see pages folder. Open that, and under that you will see other CSS. Open this file and just copy this much. You can see what this code is for. You can see it says home animated head gradient color. So the animated heading text gradient color. Okay. So you can copy everything like this, come over here and just right click and paste. As you can see, as soon as you paste in this thing, everything will start looking like this. Now what you can do is, if you don't like these two colors, if you want gradient color for something else, you can change the color from here. You can see this is the color code for first one, F4B236, and for second one, for yellow one, this is FB5770. So instead of these two colors, if you want some other color, you can simply replace them with that color and the style will change. Okay, for example, let me show you this thing. If I want this color, okay, if I want this gradient color, I'll right click on this button and let's see what this color is. Okay, so here, as you can see, this is the color. So instead of that color, if I want this color, first is FD0AA4. So I'll copy and replace it with this one. Okay, you can see. Now for the second one, I'll copy the light one, come over here and replace the second color. And now as you can see, this is changed. So if you want to change the color, you can do it like this. I'll press Ctrl Z on my keyboard 2 times to undo both the changes. Now you can always click on this publish button at top right, so that whatever changes you have made on your website, it is saved. Okay, so this is done. Now let's add this text, very simple and plain text. I'll copy it from here. For this plain text, we can use this text editor option. Okay, you can drag and drop the text editor at the bottom. Now paste in or type in whatever text you want. Make sure no extra things are pasted. Now go to style. Now we can style this thing. For this, let's see what the color is. Text color, light text color. I'll right click on this to see the color code. So here, as you can see, this is the color code 6C757D. I'll copy and paste it over here. Save this color again for future use and text light. Okay, maybe this is the name I'll give. Now for typography, it is already Nunito, so we don't have to change the font family. We just need to change the size. So I'll make it 19 pixels, and line height and everything is fine. Don't need to do any changes over here. Now below this thing, we want to add these two buttons. So again, we have to do the same thing. If I add button one by one, let me show you. If I add one button, it will be good. But if I add another button, let's see how it works. As you can see, it will be one below the other. We want side by side. So same thing, first I'll right click and delete, right click, delete. We have to use container, okay, for this. So I'll drag and drop the container, change the direction to horizontal or direction right. And now inside this thing, we can add our buttons. So first we'll add the first button. And if you just search for button, there are many elements for button. This is the default one. We have flocks one, we have modern button, we have button by Royal add-ons. Many different buttons are available over here. I want to use this one, button by Royal add-ons. Okay, so I'll drag and drop it over here. This is how it will look like. Now button says get start today, or whatever you want, you can type in that thing instead of click here. Get started today or get start today. Now link, when somebody clicks on this button, they will be redirected to which page? So you can redirect them to your home page, to your contact page. We have not yet created the contact page. Once you create the contact page, after that you can add that page link over here. Okay, you can add your page link and it will be redirected to that page. Now width, what should be the width of the button? I will make it 190 pixels. Okay, or if you want to increase this thing to 200 pixels, you can make it 200 pixels as well. Okay, text align, button position and everything like this. I don't want this icon, so I'll go to icon and we'll make it none. Select icon, none. Now go to style. Let's style this thing. Let's change the color and everything. So first of all, again, I'll right click on this thing to see the color code and everything. So first what we have is we have a background type. So under background type, you select this option, gradient. Okay, now automatically it will become something like this. Now for the first color, I'll add this color. Okay, and for the second color, I'll add this light color instead of red color. Then after that, we can also change the angle. By default, it is 180 degree. I'll change this thing to maybe 115 degree. Okay, like this, 115 degree. Because in this case, you can see here, it says 115 degrees. So this is 115 degree. This is how it will look like. And after that, if you want to do few more changes, for example, padding is 10 pixels. I'll remove this thing. Okay, padding. In fact, first let me make it 0. And now for top and bottom, I'll add 11 pixels. And from left and right, I'll add 25. Okay, so 25 left, bottom 11, left and right 25. This is how it will look like. Okay, now we need to do one more thing. We need to make it circular. Right now, if you see, all the corners are rounded. All the corners are in fact very sharp. We want to make it rounded corners. So for that, you can use border radius. If you type in 50 over here, this is how it will look like. You can see now the corners are rounded. Okay, so this is what we want. And after that, we want one more thing. We want to, let's open typography. We also have to change the size of this thing. So I'll make it 16 pixels and letter spacing will make it 1 pixel. Okay, this is how it will look like. In fact, I don't want any letter spacing. We want word spacing 1 pixel, a little bit spacing between each word. Then after that, what we can do is, let's see, everything is looking good. Yeah, now we can add the shadow. Okay, so for that, we can select box shadow, select this thing. Once you add the pencil button, you can see shadow is automatically added. Now you can control how this shadow should look like. So in this case, I want to select the shadow color first. I'll select this color. In fact, we have added this color. Let me actually add this color. Okay, so that we can use it later on. Click on this plus button and I'll make it dark purple. It's more like blue color, but I'll name it dark purple. And this is light purple. All right, now click on create. Now for this one, for shadow, I want to use that dark color. So under box shadow, first let me copy the color code from here. Okay. Under this box shadow, now click on this and add this color. Now we don't want this dark. So if you want to make it transparent, you can click on this RGBA. You can say this thing RGBA. So if you now scroll this thing at left and right, it will become more transparent. And you can see the transparency rate over here. It is 0.48, which is basically 50% transparency, 0.5, 50% transparency. Okay, so you can control it like this. Now horizontally, where you want this thing, vertically, where you want this thing, shadow, you can control it like this. You can see. So horizontally I want it 3, vertically we'll make it 4, and after that blur is fine, 10 pixels, and this is also fine. All right, now we can click on publish. So this is how it will look like. Now to save some time, I can simply right click and click on, in fact one more thing, yeah, if it is looking good. Now right click, click on duplicate. This will add one more button, same button. Now we just need to do one thing. We need to change the link and we need to change the color. So I'll right click, inspect to see the color code. Okay, so this is the color code. I'll copy the first color code. Okay, come over here, go to style, replace it with this one, copy the second color code, copy it from here, come over here and replace it with this one. Okay, now this is how it will look like. Now same thing, do the same thing with shadow, because this is looking really bad with different color shadow. So we'll come over here under box shadow, we'll select paste in the color. Now go to RGBA and select remove and make it 50% transparency. Now one more thing, if I hover over this thing, as you can see, the color changes to blue. I want the hover color also different. So I'll select hover option from here. You can see under button we have hover, and now I want the where is that background color hover to be this color. In fact, if you want, you can make it even more darker. Okay, you can make it like this. And after that, if you see like this, if I remove it, okay, this is how it looks like. All right, so once you do any of these changes, you can always click on publish so that the changes are saved. Now what I want to do is I'll click on this edit container under which we have these two buttons. I don't want a row space and all these things, so I'll make it 0. Just column space, I'll delink this thing, and under column space we'll add maybe 10 pixels or maybe 20 was fine, but rows should be 0. Now at top we have a lot of space and also we have a lot of extra space over here. So for that we'll go to advanced. Under padding type in 0, extra space gone. Now still I need to remove some space from top. So for that what I can do is I can select margin. First I'll delink this thing. So I'll click on this thing. It will be delinked. Now margin top I can type in -20. Now as you can see, that extra spacing from top is gone. Now again click on publish so that all the changes are saved. Now after that, at the right hand side you can see this is how the image looks like. Now let me show you how you can download these kind of images from internet for free without any copyright issues. And after that, how to remove the background, how to add this thing in the background, okay, how to add an object and how to add this image or insert this image into an object, removing all the extra things and all. So let's see how that is done. So first of all, we need to get this image from internet. Now there are many different websites wherein you can get free professional images like this. So let me show you some of those websites. So one website is this, which is called Unsplash. Whatever website you want, you can search for whatever image you want, you can search for that. Another website is called Pixlr. Here also you can just search for that image and you can get that image. Now sometimes I also use this website, freepik.com, pikpic.com. In fact, for this particular image, I have used this website. Now if you search for any image, for example, if you search for girl with afro, okay, now it will also give you some vector files. We don't need a vector file, we just need images. So you can do one thing, you can filter under asset type, you can just select photos. Now as you can see, okay, this is the girl, she has multiple images, you can use them. If you want to see similar images, you can see at the bottom, okay. Or if you want some other images, I have some other options or some other images as well. Like I've created this one, as you can see. The image is again downloaded from Freepik. Let me open this thing. The image is again downloaded from Freepik. This image is also downloaded from Freepik. And after that, I have removed the background and done these changes. So let me actually come back and show you some more things. For example, if you search for man holding tablet or man with tablet, you will get these images, as you can see. Now whatever image you want to use, for example, if you want to use let's use this simple image, okay, maybe if you want to use this image, so you can download this image. Click on this image first of all. Once you open this image, you can click on this download button. Now don't need to download the original file, that is very big. We need to download just the medium file. So select medium, click on free download. Okay, now this file will be downloaded for you. You can see the file is downloaded. Once it is downloaded, first thing we need to do is we need to remove the background color. Okay, we don't want this yellow color. If you want to add some other color, you can do it. We don't want this yellow color. So for that, you can use this website. pixlr.com. In fact, you can go to pixlr.com/editor. And now you can open this image, or if you want, you can do one thing, click on create new, and you can create a custom file. So under width, you can type in 910, and under height, you can type in 1040. This is the height and width that I've used over here, okay, for this image. So you can type in this thing. Let me do it again, 910 1040, and click on create. Now inside this thing, we can import the image file that we have just downloaded. So for that, we can click on this layer option at the bottom right corner, click on this plus button and select image layer and upload that image that you have just downloaded. So I'll select this image, click on open. Okay, now you can resize it if you want. Okay, however you want it, you can resize this image. Maybe we want it like this. All right, this way. Now, if you want to remove the background color or anything in the background that is available for this image, you can first of all click on this image. Then after that, at the left hand side, we have this cutout mask, this scissor icon. Okay, click on this. And from here, select this magic mask. Okay, if you follow my mouse cursor, click on magic mask and just click on the background. That background will be gone. And if you have some extra backgrounds left, extra colors left, you can go ahead and just click on them and that will also be gone. You can zoom in if you want. Okay, remove it like this. All right, so you can do it like that. And after that, you can do one thing, click on this arrange icon, click on this arrow icon. Now, first of all, I want to do one thing. I want to save this file. Okay, and I'll explain you why I want to save this file. First of all, click on file, save, make sure PNG is selected so that we have transparent. Click on save as, and now under media file, I'll name anything and click on save. Okay, so this file is now saved. Now let's add the shape that you want. Okay, so whatever shape you want, you can add that shape. So for that, at the left hand side, search for shapes, which is over here. You can see. Now once you click on shape, you have multiple options at top. If you want rounded rectangle, line. If you want custom shapes, you can select custom shapes and you can select any shape from here. Okay, whatever shape you want. I want a simple circle, so I'll select circle, and after that you can simply start, adding your circle. If you press shift, it will give you a perfect circle. So I'm pressing shift and adding this circle. Once it is added, you can bring it wherever you want. Okay. Now, once you click on this shape and after that click on this shape, and from the left hand side again select this shape option. Once you select this thing, now you can click on this color at top and you can change the color to whatever color you want. Okay, for example, if you want this pink color or dark pink color or whatever color you want, you can select that color. Maybe I want this pink color. Click on OK. Now what we want to insert this image inside this thing. Okay, we want to insert this image inside this shape. So for that, first what we'll do is we'll select this shape using this wand tool. You can see this thing, wand select this, click on shape. Now as you can see, shape is selected. Now at the right hand side, click on this image. Okay, this image, click on this image, and after that press Ctrl I. Okay, this will invert selection. Now press the delete key on your keyboard. Once you just press the delete key, that extra thing will be deleted. Now you can press Ctrl D to deselect everything. Now the only thing that you need to do is click on this arrow icon to arrange this thing. Now at the right hand side, just bring this image at top. And now as you can see, this image is added inside this thing. Now only thing that you need to do is rest of the head is cropped. So if you want that head, there is one simple thing that you can do. The image that you have just saved over here, you can upload or you can use this image or you can import that image. So click on this plus button again. Okay, import image, and you can select this is the image that we just cropped. This is the image, but we don't want this entire image. We just need only the top section. For example, here as you can see, only things about the head. So if I open this thing, so first of all, you can crop it over here on your desktop. Double click to open this image. Now you can crop this image from here. So to crop this image, you can just click on edit and you can crop it. We want only this much. Okay, just this much maybe. Okay, click on save as options, save a copy and change the name. Click on save. And I'll explain you why we did this thing, because now things become more easier. If I again click on plus button, import image. Now we just need to import this cropped image, which is this. Click on open. Now it will be the perfect size. We can just bring it over here. And yeah, as you can see, perfect. Okay, so this is how it works. This is how I have created this thing. All right. Now, once you have this thing, once you like this thing, and if you want to use this on your website, you can simply click on file, save, and you can save this image as a PNG for transparent image, and you can click on save. Now you can see if I open this thing, this is the image that you have just created. All right. Now, if you want, you can see I have created this image as well. Then I've created another image with different background. Okay. So you can create these kind of images like this. Once you have this image, after that, you can use this on your website. And again, as I was talking about colors, you can see over here, the background color, I have selected pink because this is a shade of my secondary color, which is this dark pink color. So we have not made it dark pink, but we have selected a very light shade of this pink color. Okay. So make sure you are selecting consistent color on your website. In fact, if you notice over here, the text color, this is not black color. This is very dark blue color, which is again, if you open the shade of different options like this blue color or this purple color, you will get this color. In fact, you can go to this website, make tints and shades. Okay. You can go to this website and you can paste in any color. For example, if I paste in, let's say the purple color, let me get this first color code, just copy the color code, paste it over here, click on make tints and shades. Now, as you can see, you will get this color. So I have used some of one of these colors for the text. Okay. This dark color for this text. Okay. So this is also a shade of purple, and some lighter purple color I've used for the button and for some other places. Okay. So you can use this website to see different shades of any color, and you can use that color on your website. So one color you can select, and you can select the shades of that color in your website. Now again, come back over here to this page. Now let's upload this image. I've given you this image. If you want, you can use this image as well. So come back to element and drag and drop the image element at the right hand side. Now upload the image. Again, it will be under your home page option. So open the home page, and this is the image. You can drag and drop the image over here. Or if you want some other image, you can use that image as well. Once it is uploaded, you can click on select. Okay. Make sure file size is full. Now go to style. You can increase and decrease the width of this image again. I'll make it 90%. This is how it will look like. Now all the other things, these are extra images that you can use. And if I again refresh, you can see you can change you can change the placement of this image and also the animation of this image. So once you add the main image, after that, let's add these extra images. So again, click on plus button, add element, and again, add another image just below the first image. Okay. Now you can upload all these things. So we need this one, this one, this one, and this one, these four. So I'll select these four and drag and drop it over here to save it. Now first, let me select this image. Click on select. Now this is over here at the bottom. I want to change this position of this image. So first of all, under image resolution, we'll select full. Then after that, we'll go to advanced. And over here, we have this option position. Under position, select absolute. Once you select absolute, as you can see, it will be at the absolute top left. Okay. So we want to do one thing. We want to offset 60 pixels or 62 pixels from left and offset vertically 130 or 150, 60 pixels. Now, wherever you want, make sure to always first hide and see where exactly this image is coming. Okay. Maybe if you want to offset a little bit more, you can do it. Okay. Then after that, let's add another image again at the bottom. So drag and drop the image element. Let's add this image, bottom left image, which is this one. Click on select, click on full, go to style. You can change the width. Maybe I want just 30% for this one. Then again, go to advanced, select position, absolute. And again, it will be over here. Wherever you want, you can select the offset. Okay, maybe I'll bring it over here. Same thing, click on this plus button, select image, bring it at the very bottom. This time, let's select this one. Okay, this is the one. Click on select, full size. Now if you want to make it 80% or if you want to make it 50% or whatever, you can select the number. Okay, I'll select 70% because the size will decrease once we change the position. Go to advanced, select position absolute. You can see the size is changed. Select right side, we want it at the right hand side, and vertically we can bring it down. From here also we can select the offset -62, and finally the last image. Okay, so not text, I'll delete the text image. This is the one. Click on select full size, and for this maybe again 80, not 80, maybe 70. Go to advanced, position absolute, where it is, here it is. Bring it at the very bottom. All right, make sure the position, horizontal alignment, make sure you have selected right. Okay, so this is how it will look like. So wherever you want. Now here also you can see these texts are floating at top and the image is at the bottom. So to fix this thing, we can click on the main section, which is this main container. You can see this 6 dots icon which says edit container. This is the main container. If you're not able to click on this, you can do one thing. You can click on this icon, structure icon at top left. And from here, you will see the structure that you have created till now. We have main container. Inside that, we have left container. Inside that, we have mini container and so on. Then we have the right container. So select the very top, the topmost container. Okay, click on this, or you can click on this 6 dots icon. And from here again, alignment items, you can select center. So make sure everything is middle aligned or center aligned. Again, make sure to click on publish so that whatever changes you have made are all saved. Now what we need to do is we need to add, or we need to first create the banner. In the background, there is this banner. We need to create this banner. Let's see how we can create this banner with different shapes and all. Okay, so that is a banner. If you want just a simple plain color, for example, if you want this color, let me get the color code. If you just want this color in the background, you can select this container, go to advanced, go to style, and just paste in the color like this. Okay, so this is also looking good, by the way. But if you want to create this banner, if you want to learn how to use Canva to create this background banner or any other type of banner, let me show you how that is done. For that, again, we'll open canva.com and we'll add a new option, new banner. You can see for this demo website, this is the banner that I've created. Okay, this is the banner that I've created, and this is the banner that I've used in the demo website. Now there are a few more things. If I again go back to home, I've created multiple banners. This is a banner that I've created for some other tutorial. Okay, this is the one, and few more. If for the grocery tutorial that I just created, if you go to my YouTube channel, let me show you my YouTube channel. So on my YouTube channel, you can see my latest video is how to make a free online grocery delivery website, e-commerce website. So for that, I've created this banner. Okay. Similarly, I've created banners for my e-commerce website. This is the banner that I've created for my e-commerce website, one of the most popular e-commerce websites. This is the banner I created for that. Okay, so this is the image again I got from freepik.com. I removed the background, then I used this image over here, and after that I used some other elements like this thought element, this circle element, okay, these elements, this cloud element and this line element over here, and I've created this banner. So I've used this thing, I've used Canva a lot for different tutorials. You can see this thing over here. Okay, I've made multiple. This is another for another tutorial. This is another banner. Okay, so this is how it works. Let me show you how you can create this banner. By the way, click on custom size. Now whatever size you want for this, I want 1920 width and height 926. Click on create new design. Now first of all, main color is this color, this blue color. So I'll add this as my background color. So click on this image. Once you click on this image, you'll get this background color option at top. Click on that and click on this add new color option and paste in this color. Okay, this is the thing that we want. Now we want to add elements. So at the left hand side, click on elements. You can add shapes, you can add image, you can add charts, polls, whatever you want. We want to add graphics. Okay, you can see we have this graphics option. Under that, click on see all. Now whatever graphic you want, you can add that thing. Inside this thing, we want to add the blob, gradient blob. If you search for that, I think I've searched earlier, so I should see that option, gradient blob. Now whatever blob or whatever option you want to select from here, you can select that. Some are free, some are premium. You can see with the crown icon, those are premium. without that icon. Those are free options. So maybe I want to use this one. Okay, so I'll use it like this, increase this size, bring it over here. Okay, now I don't want this color, so I'll remove the color. We want this blue color, so again we'll use the ColorZilla color picker. Okay, this blue color or whatever color you want, obviously. Now to replace this color, you can click on this color at the top, click on add new color, paste in the color. For the second color as well, click on this, add new color, paste in this color code. Okay, now we have this blue thing. Then after that, we have multiple lines, shapes, all these things. So for that, we'll come back over here and go to elements, gradient, and search for bubble outline. Okay, so speech bubble outline, you can click on see all, whatever you want or whichever you want, you can use that. Okay, you can increase or decrease the size if you want to change the direction, if you want to change the color instead of black, if you want to maybe this color or whatever color you want, you can change the color. Or if you want some other element, for example, we have used few more elements. We have used the puzzle element as well. Okay, let me search for puzzle piece, click on see all under graphics. Okay, whatever option you want, you can select. I've also used line elements, by the way. So line, circle lines, decorative lines, you can select. Let's search for decorative, not decorative lines. I'm selecting grid lines. Okay, so I'll select grid lines, and maybe I want to use, let's use the most basic one, this one. Okay, I'll change the direction, change the color. Okay, this color, bring it over here, decrease the size a little bit, maybe also change the transparency. So click on this transparency thing. You can also make it a little bit hidden like this. Then if you want to search for speech bubble, you can search for that. Click on see all under graphics, and whatever you want, just free one. Select outline. Okay, speech bubble outline, and maybe we want to use this one. Okay, you can bring it over here, change the color, right? Or if you want some other color, maybe gray color, let's say this one, you can select this thing. If you want some other element, maybe X cross element. Okay, let's use this one, but decrease the size again. Okay, change the color. So this is how you can use it. Now you can add as many elements as you want, and once you're happy with that, you can just click on share and click on download, and again click on make sure PNG is selected and click on download. This will download this thing for you. Okay, we have by mistakenly I'll select this thing. We have by mistakenly used a pro version. Okay, so make sure you don't use any premium graphics or any elements that are premium. Make sure you always use free elements. So once you upload that thing, once you download that thing, then you can upload it over here. Come to background, click on this classic option under image. You can upload that image. So this is the image that I want to use. Hero background. Select this, click on select. Now it will be uploaded. You can change the size. Under display size, we can select cover. So this is how it will look like. All right, now click on publish. And one more thing that we need to do is, if you scroll down, you can see the bottom thing is a little bit tilted. Okay, so if you want to add shape dividers, you can do that thing. You can go to style. Under style, we have shape dividers. If you select bottom, for example, you can add mountains. Now you can see the changes. If you want, you can add clouds. You can see the changes. I've used a very simple one, tilt one. Okay, and you can select how tilted you want this thing to be. Okay, so whatever size you want, you can select it from here. For the demo website, I've used just 80 pixels, right? Like this. Then after that, what we need to do is we need to add some padding and margin from bottom. So select advanced. Now for top and bottom padding, I've used 130 pixels. Okay, and for bottom 75. So for top 130 and for bottom 75. And also I want to remove some margin from top. Let me explain you why. First of all, I'll delink, and top margin I'll add -140. Okay, -140. Now the reason I did this thing, because later on in the video we'll be doing some changes in the header. Right now we have a very basic header like this one. Later on in the video we'll select a floating header like this one. So we want this background to go at top. So we have removed extra spacing from top. Okay, so that is the reason why we added -140 margin. If it was 0, you can see this is how it will look like, extra space at top. So minus 140. Click on publish. And finally, with this, we have completed our first section. Now, whenever we create a new section using Elementor, we should always make sure that that section is mobile and tablet friendly. So let's see whether this is mobile friendly or not. So for that, what you can do is you can click on this mobile icon at top, and we can see this is how it will look in a mobile phone. Not great. Things are all messed up here and there. So let's fix this thing. First of all, let's start with the very first thing. This is the one. So what we'll do is we'll make everything center aligned for mobile phone. So we'll select this option, edit container, the inner container for first one, and we'll go to style and let's make it a content center. Okay, justify content center. Now let's select this second option, the main text, the advanced text. Go to style. Now let me tell you one thing, that whatever changes you're making right now, this is only happening in mobile phone. Okay, so don't worry, desktop, it will still look same. These changes are only happening in mobile phone. Now in mobile phone, text size will be smaller for this one. Let's see how small we can make. Okay, so we can make it 58 pixels. Again, I'll do the same thing. Go to content and we'll make it center aligned for everything. Now for advanced text as well, we'll make it 58. Okay, this is how it will look like. Now this text, this is fine. This is looking good. We'll just make it center aligned. Now these two buttons, we want them in one line. So what we can do is we can click on edit container, inner container, and we can just make sure to decrease the gap to 5. Okay. It is in 2 lines, but sometimes you might not be able to see it. If you increase the width a little bit, you can see this is already in 2 lines. Okay. Or I mean in 1 line. This is in 1 line. Both the buttons are side by side. Now make sure to click on publish. Now these things, let's fix them. So let's bring them at right place. Okay, so I can see there is some extra gapping over here. So first let me publish this page and refresh it, and we'll see how to fix this thing. If this happens with you, click on this mobile icon again. Okay, now it is fixed. As you can see, I'll increase the size a little bit. Sometimes it happens. Now select this. In fact, first let's select this one, and you can decrease the size of this thing for mobile phone, maybe 60%. Then after that, you can change the positioning. Then select this one. For mobile phone, we'll change the size to maybe 50%. We'll go here and bring it over here maybe. All right. Similarly for this thing, we'll bring it over here. Okay, top and a little bit right over here maybe. And finally the last one, click on this and go to advanced, and you can change the size where you can change the position where you want this thing. Click on publish. So now this is looking so much better in mobile phone. You can decrease these sizes as well if you want for mobile phone. If you want it a little bit smaller, this one also, if you want it a little bit smaller, you can change these sizes. All right, click on publish. Now let's see how it looks on a tablet. So click on this tablet icon. Most of the things are looking good. We'll first change this thing. Click on this big text, advanced text, and change the size of this one to maybe, let's say 56 pixels. Same thing for the advanced text. Let's make it 56 pixels. We'll change the size for this text. Instead of 19, let's make it 14. Okay. Now for these two buttons, click on edit container and make it 5 pixels first of all, gap. Now click on this button and you can decrease the padding. Go to style and you can see padding, we have 25 left and right. So if you type in 10 from all sides, this is how it will look like. Or maybe 10 from top and bottom, and left and right we can make it maybe 15. Okay, same thing over here. Let's see, 10 and 15. Now it is looking better. All right, same thing, you can select these options. You can increase or decrease the size of these. Okay, just like I've explained in the mobile phone. Make sure to click on this thing, decrease the size of this thing, and you can also change the positioning. Okay, this one as well, this one. So same thing, just make sure you do these changes, and now it is looking amazing on tablet as well. Click on publish again. Now let's again come back to desktop. So whenever you create any section using Elementor, always make sure it is mobile and tablet friendly. So till now what we have seen is we have seen how to create a section or a page from scratch using all elements. So we started with the elements. We did not use any pre-built or pre-made sections or any portion of this page. Now let me show you another way of creating a website, that is using pre-built layouts and not the complete page layout, just pre-built sections and blocks. So for that you can click on this icon, add template, and you can select this blocks option. If you want, for example, let's say we want feature section. If you want to create a feature section, okay, it says no block found. So we have these two plugins installed, Elements Kit and Royal add-ons. So you can click on Elements Kits, and here also you can search for that. So first of all, they will give you some pages. We'll see the pages option later on. Now click on sections. We just need some sections. Now here you can see footer section, icon section, whatever section you are creating, you can search for these sections. Most of them are free and some are premium sections. Whatever or whichever you like, you can just insert it and do some changes. Okay, so I'll select this. Maybe I like it. If you want to see it first before inserting, you can click on this and you can see this is how it will look like. Okay, a title and all. This is an image at the right hand side. If you want, you can search for specific sections over here at the top under category. Alright, so let me import this section. Okay, insert this section. This is looking good. So in this option, what happens is we don't do it from scratch. Instead of creating multiple columns, adding single element, then designing that element, instead of that, we import this entire section. Now here, as you can see, this section is now imported. Now, only thing that you should do over here is you can do some changes if you want, but most of the times the only thing that you should be doing, just change the font and color of this thing. Okay, so if you click on this thing, click on this plus button under title, you can see they are using Playfair or some other font. Now for heading, we are using outfit font. So you can search for outfit, and maybe we are using 700, not 800. So we'll select this thing. For divider, we are not using this color. We are using, if you remember, top we have added orange and light orange kind of color, or dark orange and light orange color. Okay, so this is what we are using. Okay, maybe let me make it a little bit more lighter. Okay, same thing for text. If you select description, for title description, we are using Unito, not Roboto. So you can search for that and you can do some changes. Same thing over here, you can do some changes. Okay, so you understand, you select a section and after that you just make some changes on that section. Or maybe if you want one more column over here, you can right click, duplicate. Now as you can see, we have 4 options or 3 options and 1 left option. If you press Ctrl Z, it will be undone. So this is how you can use a section. This is how you can create or use a pre-made block, and you can do some changes from your side. Similarly for button, you can make it something like this that we have added at top. Now for this section, I have given you this section. If you open your media folder, in the media folder, we have the pages folder, and in that we have all these options. So here, as you can see, home, second section. You can simply import this section and this entire thing will be there for you. Let me show you. So to import this thing, you can simply click on add template. Now go to my templates and select this button over here at top, this icon, import icon. Click on that, click on select file. Now go to pages folder under media folder and select home, web 25 home, second section. Now tick mark this thing and click on continue, click on enable and import. Once it is imported, you can now click on this insert button, click on apply. And now as you can see, this entire section will be imported for you. In fact, even with animations and also everything will be imported for you. So if I scroll down, now as you can see, this is how it will look like. Button, everything is there for you. Okay, with animation and all. Now click on publish. Now if you want to do some changes, you can just click on this thing. Instead of now engaging more, you can type in something else, and whatever thing you want in color, in this color, you can replace it with this refreshing thing. Okay, instead of this refreshing, if you type in, for example, Nair or whatever text you want, you can type in that thing and it will be replaced with this thing. Similarly, you can just click on this text and you can change it. This icon, instead of this icon, if you want maybe some other icon, let's say we want this code icon. Now if I hide this thing, you can see icon is changed. And because we have imported this section, it is automatically mobile and tablet friendly. You can see this is how it looks on mobile phone. This is how it looks on a tablet. Now, whenever we import any section, sometimes it might happen that your page layout will change. You can see now at the left and right, we have some space. So don't worry, it's just a simple fix. Sometimes when we import a section, this happens. You can now click on this gear icon at top, page settings, and the page layout has gone back to default. We had changed this thing to Elementor full width. It has gone back to default. So we can again change this thing to Elementor full width and publish it fixed. You can see if you again open this in a mobile phone, you can see it looks perfect on mobile and also on tablet. So it is automatically mobile and tablet friendly. So this is how you can use it. Now there again, we have seen Elements Kit sections. Similarly, we also have Royal Add-ons section. If you click on Royal Add-ons, go to sections or blocks, you can see these options. So here some are free, some are premium versions. Under category, if you want, for example, testimonial section, for example, if you want, you can search for this. You can see this is a beautiful testimonial section. If you want to import this thing, you can simply click on insert. We want to create a testimonial and we have used this design. Okay. But instead of this design, maybe if you want to use this design, this is another beautiful design. And this is a slider. You can see, in fact, this is better than the design that we have created in the demo website. So if you want, maybe instead of that, you can have this design. Okay. Beautiful slider design and color in the background. Okay. And this color also matches the website design, the background color, the color that we have over here. Okay. This divider color, everything matches the website design. And if you want to change the font and color, again, you can simply click on this, go to style, change the font, change the color. Instead of this pink color, if you want the exact pink color that we have used on our website, which is this color, you can have it. You can go to edit container, go to style, and instead of this image, if you want some other image or if you want some other color, you can delete this thing and you can add this light purple or some other color that is used on our website. Okay. So that is also available. I just wanted to show you this is how you can import blocks and you can do changes based on your website design. Now let's see how we can create this section. Okay. This is features section or services section. What all services or features you provide. So for this, what we'll do is we'll click on plus button, flex box, and direction down or direction column. Now here we have this title and subtitle. We don't have to design it from scratch because we already have a title and subtitle at top. So to save some time, I'll simply right click, copy, then come over here, right click, paste. Now as you can see, we have this thing. We just need to change the thing. So instead of this, it says our solution and features. So I'll type in this thing over here. And whatever you want in color, you can paste it under this curly braces. So double curly braces. Okay, I want this thing. This is how it will look like. We want everything in center. So I'll select and make it center. For description, we can do one thing. You can select description, title description, and you can select a max width, maximum width of whatever width you want. You can increase this number. Maybe let's say 250 or not 250. Let's say 500. Let's see what we have used on the website. Maybe let's make it 650 or 700. Okay, so maybe we have used 700 on the demo website. Then after that, we need this section. Now for this section, this is quite an unique section and very complex section, nested section. So that is the reason why I'm choosing this section. I'm showing you how to create it from scratch so that you can learn how to do these kind of things. This is very complex section. You'll understand when we start building it. So first of all, you can see what we'll do is we'll add a new container inside this thing. Okay. So we have added this container, and inside this container, first of all, I'll change the direction to horizontal, right side. Okay. Now this container is for these three, the first three options. Okay. The first three options will be inside these containers. That is the reason why I selected direction horizontal or direction right. So that whenever I add one, the next one will be at the right side, then the next one at the right side. Now inside this, we want another container. So add this container, and this will be direction down, vertical. This is for this single text. Okay. So this single box, then another container for single box. Now what we can do is the innermost container, we can right click and we can make it duplicate. Right click, innermost container and duplicate. Okay. Now I'll call this outer container, container A, and inner container, container B. So if you get confused, so that is just to make things easier. Outer container, I'll call it container A, and inner container, I'll say container B. Okay, this is also inner container, so container B, and this is outer container. I'll call it container A. Now inside this inner container, container B, we'll need to add another container. So that is the reason why I said it is very complex, very nested. So in this inner container is for these two things. Okay, at the left hand side we want this icon, and at the right hand side we want this text. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever. So for this we'll add another container, okay, like this, and we'll change the direction to this option, horizontal, and we'll also change this option. We'll also select this option under justify content, space between. The reason being, first of all, we want direction right, because we want one thing here, then another thing right. And after that we selected space between because we want one thing over here, then space in between, then another thing at the end. Okay, so one thing at the start, space, then at the end. That is the reason why we selected this thing. Then after that, I also want to increase the gap. I'll make it 30 instead of 20. Now let's add this icon inside this thing. So I'll search for icon. Here it is, just simple icon. Okay, no icon box, no nothing, simple icon. So drag and drop the icon over here. Whatever icon we want this email icon. So I'll click on this icon, search for email, and here as you can see, another great thing is that we have so many icon sets. These are the default icons which are not beautiful. These are very boring icons which comes with Elementor. But because of this Flocks theme and because of this plugin, Elements Kit plugin, we get all these options. Okay, all these beautiful icons. I want to use this one, email 1. Click on insert. Okay, this is how it will look like. Now go to style. This is in center, which is good. If you want to change the coloring of this thing, we want to make it white. But if I make it white, it will disappear, because the background color is also white. So I'll change the color, but later on, once we add the background color, after that we'll change the color. Before that, I'll change the size of this icon to 40 pixels. Then we'll go to advanced. We'll add padding of 15 pixels from all sides. Now we can do this thing. We can change the color. Select the background color. We want this red color, so I'll use the color picker. Okay. Paste in the color like this. Okay, now we can go back to style and change the primary color to white. Okay, now this is how it is looking. Now go to advanced and do one thing, align self, select start. We want this thing at the start. Okay, just select that thing and leave it as it is. Then after that, select border. Okay, because you can see again the corners are all sharp. We want to make it rounded like the demo website. So under border radius, we have to select this option. Whatever border radius you want, you can select that. In the demo website, I've selected 10 border radius. Then after that, we want this shadow. You can see this red color shadow and these different color shadows. So we can select that, click on box shadow. First of all, paste in the same color over here, red color, but we have to make some changes in this color. We have to change the transparency to 0.5. This is the first thing we have to do. Now for horizontal, we'll make it 5, vertical also 5, and blur this time will be 0. Blur and spread will be 0, and this is how it will look like. Exactly like we need. Okay, exactly like the demo website here. Now in the same inner container, the innermost container, we can call it container C if you want. Okay, so innermost container, we need another thing. We need this thing, text. So for this, I'll click on this heading element. I'll simply select the heading element besides this, and I'll type in 0, 1. Now as you can see, it is automatically at the end. Now I'll go to style. For this, I will use Poppins font family. Okay, just for this one. And we'll also increase the size and all for this. So for this, I'll make it 70 pixels and very bold. Okay, 900. Weight of this thing will be 900. Now what I want to do is I want to add color stroke. If you see the inner color, the main color is blank or it is transparent. We just have this border color. Okay, so what we can do is we can select this option text stroke, click on this pencil button and make it 2. And whatever color you want. So maybe if you want red color, you can paste in red color, but we can make it a little bit transparent like this. Okay, so red color, but transparent. How transparent? It all depends on you. Maybe I'll select 0.1, very transparent. Now for the text color, we'll make it full transparent. So to make it full transparent, bottom one, just bring it at the very left. Now as you can see, the color of the text actually is transparent and only the border color or the stroke, text stroke is present. So this is why we added this innermost container. All right. Now after that, finally do one thing, select the innermost container and go to padding and make 0. Okay, so we don't want any padding over here, any extra space over here. Then after that, we need this thing. We need a simple text. Okay, we have a heading, we have subtitle, and after that we have this link, or this is kind of a button. So for this, we'll add another container over here below this thing, below this container, and this is going to be a simple container. First of all, for this inner container, I'll go to advanced and add padding 0 so that we don't have any extra space. Margin, I will add some margin over here so that at top of this text, between these two options, there is some space. So margin top, I'll add 10 pixels, right? Now inside this thing, we'll add heading, search for heading, and use this heading, not the regular heading, use the e-kit heading. Okay, this one, elements kit heading. Drag and drop it over here. This is how it will look like. Now I just want simple text, email marketing, no coloring anything. So just simple email marketing. I don't want this divider as well. So I'll select separator and remove this separator, right? Then after that, we have description. I'll copy the description, paste it under title description. Okay, this is how it will look like. Now go to style. Let's style this thing, and let's see title we have. Now under title, first make margin 0. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Just bottom, we'll add some margin so that there is some space after this thing. When we add the button, there is some space over here. So at the bottom, I'll add just 10 pixels. Okay, margin bottom 10 pixels. Then after that, we need to change this size. So select typography, make it 22 pixels. Okay, for this one. And we can also make it a little bit bolder if you want. So we can select 600, and rest everything is fine. Text is good. But if you want, you can change the color of this description. We had added the color earlier. So if you click on the globe icon, we had this text light. Okay, we can use this color. Now finally, below this thing, we can add our button. So come back and just add this simple button, which is over here. Drag it at the bottom. And one more thing, if you select this thing, again, first select the heading, and under description, we have to type margin 0, no extra spacing anywhere. Now select the button again. Now for button, first of all, it says learn more. So I'll type in this thing, learn more. Okay. And once they click on this button, you can redirect them to contact page or some other page. We have not yet created the page. Once you create that page, you can add that page link over here. Now let's style this thing. So go to style. First of all, size and all. So under typography, we'll make it 13 pixels and 500. Okay. Another thing, we want everything capital letter. You can see. So we want uppercase. Okay. Everything capital, all letter capital. So under transform, we'll select uppercase. Okay. Like this. Then after that, padding will be 0. And we don't want this background color. So under background type, select color and make it transparent. So the bottom one, make it at the very left. Now text color is this color, purple color. So we can select the text color, dark purple or light purple, whatever color you want. Or if you want to do some changes, you can do it like this. Okay, so this is how it will look like. So with this, all the content is available. Now still a lot of things are left. First of all, select container B. Okay, the second container, if you remember, this is the container. Select container B. And here let's do some changes. So under gap, we'll type in 30. Okay, type in 30 gap. Now we'll add padding. Padding, if you see, spacing from all sides. So at bottom, right, okay, there is some spacing, and after that we have the content in the middle. So we want padding of 40 pixels from all sides. Then we don't want any margin, so 0 margin, so that no extra space is wasted over here. Another thing that we need to do is we need to change the background color of this thing to white. Okay. So we'll change the background color to white. You cannot see the changes right now, but if I change it to some other color, you can see. We cannot see the background color white because the main background color is also white. Later on, we'll change that thing to very light shade of this blue color. Okay. Then after that, we also want radius. We want to make the corners rounded. So we'll select border, and under border radius, we'll select 30 pixels. Then after that, we also want to add shadow. Very light shadow is added over here. So we'll select box shadow. Black is fine, but you can control the transparency of this. We don't want 0.5, we want 0.15. Okay. So select this thing. And after that, vertically, we want 30. Okay. This is how it will look like. And spread will be more, 50 pixels spread. Okay. So very light, hardly you can see this thing. Okay. And after that, make it publish. Now let's do one thing. Let's add these two things. If you see properly, behind this icon there is this, these particles that you can see, and behind this text there is this shape. Okay, so let's add these two things. So for that we'll go to background and we'll add image. Click on this image, and let me first upload these two things. So we'll go to media folder, homepage, and in this we have this service bg2, service bg1, these two uploaded. First select this one, this shape, service bg1, click on select. Now this is how it will look like. I don't want this thing to repeat. It will repeat. We don't want it to repeat. So under repeat at the left hand side, make it no repeat. Okay. Now let's change the position of this thing. So under position, select custom. Now we can select any position you want. So for this case, what I want to do is F for X position, we want 180, and for Y position, we want it 0. Now it is still not touching this thing, but we'll fix it very soon. For now, just make it 180 X position, and Y position we will be 0. Then after that, select this option, background overlay, and under background type, you can select this image. Okay, this one, second one. Click on select. Make sure image resolution is full. Again, we don't want this thing to repeat. So under repeat, you can type in no repeat. Okay, select no repeat. Now where you want this thing. So again, position we can select, and also one more thing, opacity, make it 1. Okay, opacity should be 1. Now position, select custom. And for this one, for X, we'll select 20, and for Y, we'll select 32. Okay, and this is how it will look like. Now, if it does not look good on your desktop, don't worry. Sometimes using Elementor can cause this thing. If you publish it and see on your live website, okay, it is looking better. Only this thing is left, but we'll fix it. In fact, let's fix this thing now. Select the main container, container A, okay, inside which all the 3 containers are selected. You can see when I select container A, you can see this gray color box formed over here, and inside this gray color box, we have all the 3 containers. So select the outermost container, which is your container A. Under gap, type in 50. Now, as you can see, this is how it will look like. And after that, you can also do one thing, go to advanced and de-link padding. For top and bottom, we want 100, and left and right, we want 15. So 100 top and bottom, left and right, we want 15. Now what you can do is you can right click on the second container, delete, right click on this third container, delete. Now right click on this container, duplicate, right click, duplicate, right click. Okay, we want only 2, we want only 3, so we have 3. Now you can first of all click on publish. You can see this is now started to look exactly like this thing. Now for the second one, it is very simple. You just need to click on this. Instead of this icon, maybe we want some other icon. Let's search for some computer icon. Maybe this icon. Okay. Similarly, instead of email marketing, we can type in SEO management. And one more thing, we have to change the title color to this color. Okay. So make sure you do that thing. So under text, I'll change this thing instead of email marketing, and you can do one thing, right click, copy, right click, paste style. So this will paste the style. We change the color. So this will also change the color. Now it says SEO management. One more thing, you can change the background color. So go to advanced. Instead of this color, you can select background, and let's see what color we have. We have this color. I'll copy the color, replace it with this color. Same thing we'll do under border, text, border shadow. Okay. Paste in the color, go to RGB and make it 0.5 like this. So this is how it is done. Okay. Same thing you can do with the third one and all. Once you're done with this one, you can do one thing, right click. Okay. In this container. In fact, click on this container, container A. We by mistakenly added this thing. We did not want to add this much space. In fact, we want 0 padding in container A, not 115. I'm sorry. So add 0 padding in container A. Let's add some margin, in fact, because here as you can see, we have some spacing. So margin top will add 30. Now we can right click on this container A. First click on it. Make sure, as you can see, when I click on this thing, only this one is selected, which means that container B is getting selected. Now, sometimes you might not be able to select container A because we have made the padding 0. So what you can do is you can click on structure, and here as you can see, in this structure, this is your container, inner container, and this is your outer container. So right click on the outer container and click on duplicate. This will create 3 more options for you at the bottom like this. Now we can do the same thing. You can select this icon, change the icon for all the other options. Now select the very main container, this container, edit container. When you click on edit container, this 6 dots icon, this is the main container. Now for the main container, we want to change the background color to this color. So first I'll get the color code, go to style and paste in this color code. Also save the color as BG color, background color. Okay. Now let's add some padding. If you want 50 pixels, 70, 80, 100 pixels, whatever you want, you can add that spacing at top and also at bottom. Let's add 100 at bottom. Okay. Let's see how it looks. This is how it is looking. You can also add some spacing from left or right. Okay. Let's add 15 pixels padding, publish it. So with this, we have completed this section as well. As I said you earlier, that is the reason why very beginning I told you this is a very complex situation wherein we have so many inner containers and all things happening. We have background, we have set a custom position, we have overlay background, another custom position. So this is why I set this thing. Now let's see how this looks in a mobile phone and tablet. So first let's select mobile phone. Let's scroll down. Okay, title and everything is looking good. This is also looking good. Only thing that is missing is this thing. You can see the background overlay 1 and 2, the shape and this thing. So it is pretty easy to fix it. Click on this thing. Okay, edit container. Make sure this is selected. And here as you can see, for this for mobile phone, we can change the positioning. So for this one, I'll select, let's see, if you increase or decrease the number, you can see how it will look like. For mobile phone, we want to make it 165. Okay, this one. And Y, you can make it -10. This is how it will look like. Now, once you do this thing for one, you can right click. In fact, before that, let's do one more thing. Let's do this thing for background overlay as well, because this is over here. So for background overlay, for X, we'll select 10 and for Y, we'll select 20. Okay, this is how it will look like. You can also do one thing. You can also change the size if you want. You can select custom size and you can increase or decrease the size of this thing. You can select percentage. Let's select 40% like this. All right. Now you can do one thing. Instead of doing this thing for section 2, 3, 4, you can right click over here on edit container, right click, click on copy, then right click on the second edit container and this time select paste style. So it will copy all the styling from top and paste it over here. Now as you can see, automatically fixed all the positioning. Same thing, right click, paste style. Okay. It will take some time to load. Right click, paste style. Okay. Once it is done, 2 more left. Right click, paste style. So it will automatically fix both the images. And finally, last one, right click, paste style. All right. So now it is looking perfect on mobile phone. Click on publish just to make sure the changes are saved. Now let's see tablet. So in tablet, this is how it is looking. The easiest way to fix this thing is this. You can select this third container, the third inner container, and we can do one thing for tablet. We can just display 4. Okay. So I'll remove the third one, click on edit container, go to advanced, and there is this option called responsive. You can hide anything on any device. So I want to hide this thing on tablet. Same thing for this one. Click on edit container, go to advanced, and let's select positioning and not positioning, responsive, which is over here, hide it on tablet. Okay. Another thing that we need to do is select the main container, container A, and decrease the gap. So instead of 50, you can make it, let's say 20. Same thing for this one, select container A, and this is not container A. Let's select structure and select this container. Okay, inside which all the 3 things are selected. And again, for this also make it gap 20. Now select container B, this inner container. Okay, yeah, this is selected. Now inner container, select this thing. And over here, what we can do is we can again change the positioning X and Y. Okay, so select background. For X, for the first one, for the background one, select X 175 and Y will be 0. It is not looking good, but once we hide this thing, everything will be fixed. Now for the background overlay, select background overlay. For X, it will be 20 and Y it will be 32. And width, you can change the width if you want. Display size, percentage. Let's select 33%. Okay. Again, same thing, right click, copy, right click, paste style. Okay, it will take some time to reload. Once it is done, right click. First make sure to click and make sure only this is selected. Right click, paste style, then select this one, right click, paste style. Okay. Once you do this thing, you can now click on publish, come over here, refresh this page, everything will be fixed now. Here, as you can see, looking perfect, just like we wanted. And if you open this in a mobile or tablet, you can right click, click on inspect. And if you want to see this website in a mobile phone, you can click on this icon. If you follow my mouse cursor at the bottom, this icon, this will open this in a mobile phone. If I scroll down, you can see looking perfect. If you open this in iPad mini, now you can see on tablet as well, this is looking absolutely perfect. Okay, so all the changes are now 100% done, and this is mobile and tablet friendly. Now, the reason I could have given you this section as well, just to import, like I gave you this section, but I wanted to show you how these kind of complex sections are created and how to make it mobile and tablet friendly. Sometimes creating this section or creating any page on desktop is pretty easy, but making it mobile and tablet friendly is a nightmare. So that is the reason why I wanted to show you this thing in more detail, so that you can learn a lot more new things from this. Okay. Now only 2 more things are left. Now don't worry, I won't take more time because I can understand this tutorial is already getting very lengthy. So what I'll do is I'll simply give you this section, you can import it, and this one we can create it because this will hardly take 2-3 minutes, very simple section. So let's see these 2 things. Come back over here. First, let's do one thing. Let's import this section. So we'll again come back over here, click on this add template, and now click on this import icon again, select template, and this time select this one, Web 25 Home Testimonial section. Open this thing. And again, once it is imported, click on this insert, click on apply. And now as you can see with animation and all, this is imported. If you want to change the content, for example, if you want to change the image or text or anything, you can just click on that and change it. First, let it reload. I'll show you. Again, because we have imported, you can see the page template is changed. So let me go bottom. All right. So if you want to change the image, you can just click on this image, replace it with some other image. Similarly, if you want to change the text, just click on this text and replace it, replace the text. Now go to page settings and make sure change the page layout to Elementor full width. Now you can again click on publish. Next section is our blog section. But before we create our blog section, first we have to create blogs. So if you come back to your WordPress dashboard, you'll see few blog posts are automatically created, but we have to delete those blog posts and we have to create our own custom blog post. So for example, if I open a single blog post in the demo website, this is how it looks like. Now, if you go to your dashboard at the left hand side, click on post, you will see few blog posts are created for you. You can delete them. Okay. You can delete all of them. I'll just leave them, or maybe it will just delete them. Okay. So select everything under bulk action, click on move to trash. Now to create your own blog post, you click on this button, add new post. If you want to type in the title of the blog post, this is how your title will look like. Okay. And after that, whatever the content is. So I'll just paste in this simple content, simple text over here. If you want, you can also add images, Google ads in between and so on. If you want to learn more about blogs, how to write a successful SEO friendly blog post, a blog post that will rank higher on Google search results. And with that, if you want to learn everything related to blogging, affiliate marketing, email marketing, Google AdSense, Google Search Console, all these things in one video, I would recommend you to check out my blog tutorial. So you can go to my YouTube channel and search for that. Recently, I created a video. If you're not able to find it, you can always search for Nayyar Sheikh blog and whatever the current year is. So the current year is 2025, but the 2025 video is not yet there. By the time you're watching this video, maybe within a month, it will be uploaded. But whatever the current year is, if you search for that, you will get the latest video on blog that I've created. Okay, latest blogging video that I've created. So here, as you can see, this is one of the latest videos 2 months ago, how to make a free blog website with WordPress, rank #1 in Google search. Okay, so you can watch this video, whatever the latest video is, you can watch that video. So you'll learn everything. You can see 2 hours long video, 2.5 hour long video. In these videos, you will learn everything related to blogging, how to write a good blog post, how to do proper SEO of the blog post, how to integrate Google AdSense and display ads on your website, how to integrate Google Search Console, Google Analytics, and so on. Okay, so you can watch that video if you want to learn more about blog. Now to write a new blog, here we are just writing a basic, very simple blog post. We added the title, some content. Now with the right hand side, you can go to post and you can give it some categories. So click on categories, click on add new category. Maybe this blog post is related to technology. So we'll add a new category called technology. We'll fix this spelling, click on add new category. Okay. And after that, featured image, this image that you see at top, something like this. If you want, you can add a featured image. Right at top, you get this option, set featured image. Click on that. I've given you these images as well. If you open the blog post folder, maybe I'll upload this image as my featured image. Click on set featured image. And after that, once it is set, you will see that image over here. Here, as you can see, we can now see the image, and after that, you can simply publish it. So this is how you can create your blog post. Again, I'm saying this was just title and description. If you want to learn more about blogging, make sure you watch my blog tutorial. Okay, this is more about this tutorial that you're watching. This is more about website designing. So we are not giving a lot of time to this blog thing. Now come over here and let's create the final section, blog section. Very simple. First of all, what we'll do is we'll copy the title and all from top. So I'll do one thing. I'll copy this title from top and paste it at the bottom. Just right click, paste. This title will be pasted. We just need to change the content. Instead of our solution and features, you can type in whatever the text over here says. Here it says latest blog and news. So I'll type in this thing, latest, and blog will add under this. Okay, so latest blog and news. Now below this thing, we want to add the blog post element. So if you search for blog, you will see multiple options. We want to use this one, blog post e-kit. Okay, by e-kit. Drag and drop it at the bottom. Now this is the default style. We don't want this block style. We want grid style. So select grid with thumb, which is thumbnail. This is how it will look like. We have to change the content. We have to change the styling of this thing. First of all, what all things you want, what all things you don't want. So we want the thumbnail, we want this thing, but we don't want this big content. We have to decrease the content size. So you can select this option. Here it is, crop content. You can type in 15, 20, only 15 or 20 words, something like this. Okay. Then after that, go to metadata, and we also want to display this date and also this category. You can see podcast, strategy, this category thing at top left. So we want to display floating date, and we also want to display this category. Now let's style this thing. So go to style, background color. We don't want this color. We want white color background. So under wrapper, select background color, white, like this. Now if I hide this thing, this is how it looks. Text color and all is also white. So we'll fix this thing. We'll change this to these colors. So come back, select title and change the color to this text color. Select content, change the color to text light. All right. Then button also, you can change this color to whatever color you want. You can give it a gradient color, or if you want, you can give it just a dark purple, not the text. Text is white, fine. Background color, select background, and you can give it this dark purple color, or if you want, you can select a lighter shade of this purple. Okay. Click on publish. Finally, click on this edit container, the main container. Go to this option, background color. We have added this color. So go to style, background, and add this BG color in the background. Go to advanced, just padding. Again, top 100, bottom 100, left and right 15. Okay, like this. Click on publish. This is automatically mobile friendly because this is a very simple section. So as you can see, no need to do anything. Tablet friendly also, no need to do anything. Now finally, let's do one thing. Let's add animations. We have not yet added animations. Let's see how animations are added. So if you see what animations are used in the demo website, if I refresh it, you can see everything is perfectly timed. Different things have different animations. So let me show you. So for example, I'll select this first inner container, this image and text. I'll click on edit container, go to advanced. And for animations, we use entrance animation. Now, whatever animation you want, you can select. So what I recommend is first for top, it will be fade in down. So you can see fade in down 1, fade in down 2, whatever you want, you can select it. It will show you a demo of that animation. Now, how long do you want this animation to be? So bigger the number, the slower the animation. So if I want to type in 2000 milliseconds, which is 2 seconds. Okay, so the animation will be for 2 seconds. You can see nice and slow. If you want, you can also delete. We don't want to delete this animation. And after that easing, you can select this option, cubic in out. Okay. So if you refresh this page, you can see slow animation and everything. Now for this text, select this text, go to advanced, and we'll select fade in up to under animation, which is so here, entrance animation, selecting fade in up to. Okay. Now how slow? Again 2000 and cubic in out. Then after that, I'll select this text and I'll just make it simple fade in. Okay, just fade in. So entrance animation, I'll select just fade in. Okay, just basic fade in, 2000 and cubic in out. Now for these buttons, okay, button 1 and 2, I'll select a different animation, not fade animation. So I'll select the button 1, go to entrance animation. For the first button, for the left button, I'll select this option, scale down. Okay, if you go at the bottom, I think you'll see here it is, scale down 1. Okay, this is how the animation will look like. And after that, I'll again make it 2000, or if you want, you can do one thing, you can make it 1600 and you can delete this thing. So I'll delay it by half a second. So I'll type in 500, and over here again under easing, I'll select cubic in out. Now the reason I selected this thing, what I want is when my animation loads, I want these things to load first, and after that these two will be delayed. Okay. And for this one as well, I'll do the same thing. Okay. Entrance animation, scale down, and I'll select scale down 2 for this. Okay. Scale down to 1600, 500 delay. Okay. And easing cubic in out. Okay, so the left side is done. If I just refresh it, come back to my website, let's see how it looks. Okay, you can see beautiful. Now right side, let's fix this thing as well. So first we select the main image, this image. Go to advanced. For the main image, I again want to select scale down animation. You can obviously select some other animation if you want. So I'll select not flip down. Here it is, scale down animation for this one. And I'll select 1600. Okay, and 300 will be the delay. Or if you want to increase the delay, 500, 600, okay, you can do it as well. And cubic in out. Now for this one, I want a very different animation, because if you see properly this thing, okay, this is a very different animation. So for this one, we have used, let me show you this thing, entrance animation, we have used mask from top. Here it is, mask from top. And these are all delayed. All the right hand side are delayed, which means that the left hand side loads first and right hand side after half a second delay or 0.3 second delay, then they start loading. So for this one, I've selected very slow animation, 2500, 2.5 seconds, and also with a delay of half a second, so 600. And for this, you can select quad in out. Okay. For now, if I just refresh it, now you can see very different animation. For these as well, for this button, you can select fade in right. For this one, you can select fade in left. For this one, you can select fade in left, and you can change the, you can set the timer for all these. You can set like 2500, which is 2.5 seconds. Okay. And a delay of 500. So you can do that thing, and after that publish, because I think it is wasting a lot of time showing these animations. Now you know how to do this thing. If I refresh it, okay, this is how it works. If you add animation to all these, this will look even much better. And finally, with this, we can say we have successfully created our home page. Everything we have seen from scratch, how to do it with animations and everything. All right. Now, this was the main part. Rest everything is now very easy. We can create portfolios, and now you don't need to create portfolio page, blog page, about page, contact page. I'll simply give you the templates. You can import it and you will have your own pages. You'll have your own blog page, about page, and different pages. In fact, I'll show you how you can add, how you can import other templates as well. For example, if you created this website. Now, if somebody else, a client says, I want another website. So you cannot have the same design maybe for about page and contact page. So for about page and contact page or some other pages, portfolio page or home page, if you want a little bit different design, I'll show you how you can also import other pages and other designs. First, come back to your dashboard now. Make sure you publish this page. Now let's start with the portfolio. Now everything will be very easy. Now within 15-20 minutes, this tutorial hopefully will be done. So first let's see how we can create portfolios. At the left hand side, click on portfolios. Let me go to the portfolio page, open a single portfolio just to show you how it works. Click on add new portfolio. The title of this portfolio is this basket of flower on table. Okay, I'll paste in the title over here. And after that, this is the description. Okay. And with this description, I'll add the description, and with this we also have this images. So you can upload these images over here if you want. You can click on this plus button. You can select image and you can upload these images if you want. Okay, if you want. I'll simply paste in these images. All right. Now at the right hand side, click on portfolio and click on set featured image, and you can see this is the featured image for the portfolio. So click on set featured image. Go to media folder, we have a portfolio folder, and whatever portfolio image you want. For example, if you want, let's say this image, I'll simply drag and drop the image and click on set featured image. Now we have few more details related to portfolio that you have to add at the bottom. If you scroll down at the bottom, under overview, this is the overview. So copy it, paste it over here under overview. Overview title, you can see the overview title is this title. So we'll paste in this thing. What style you want? We want to keep it default simple style. Then after that, scroll down and who is the client? So in this case, the client is Acme Digital, or whatever the client or whoever the client is. When was this project released? You can set a release date. Now project URL. Whenever somebody clicks on this button launch project, you can redirect them to your project page. So under project URL, I'll type in this thing. Okay. And you can also give it a category. So maybe this belongs to, maybe this was related to software or shipping or logistics business. This portfolio or this project was related to that. So you can create a category for that and publish it. Okay. So this is so simple. If you click on view portfolio, okay, this is how it will look like. This is your single portfolio page. Let me come back. So this is how you can create portfolios. Blog post, we have already seen how you can create blog post. Now let's do one thing. Let's see how we can create different pages. So let's start with the blog page, which is the next page on our list. So I'll click on pages, click on add new page, give it a title of blog. Now there are many different styles for displaying, for showcasing your blog. This style that I've used over here, this is called land blog. So at the right hand side, you'll see template. Under template, you can select land blog. You can see we have blog archive 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, grid blog, masonry blog, timeline blog, tiles blog. The one which I'm using in the demo website is this land blog. You can just select any one of these and you can see how that will look on your website. Okay, so I'm selecting land blog. Then after that, we want one more thing. We want right sidebar. Okay, right now all the pages, the page that we have created, homepage, had no sidebar, but this time we want a sidebar, right sidebar. So scroll down at the bottom and under sidebar layout, select this one. Okay, with the right sidebar. Then after that, we also want some spacing at top. So under margin top, here it is, display content top margin, select yes. Okay, and we don't want any page titles. So under title bar settings, select no and click on publish. Now, if I open this page in a new tab, let's see how it looks. You can see this is your blog page. This thing is unnecessary. We'll remove this very soon. For now, this is how it is looking. Now, this button color and all this color is a little bit different. We'll fix it at the end of the video. I'll give you custom CSS. We'll fix it. Sidebar also, we have different things in the sidebar. We'll fix it very soon. First, let's create all the other pages. Come back to main dashboard. Click on add new page. Now let's create the about us page, or maybe first let's create the portfolio page. Okay. So I'll just name it portfolio. Now all these pages, portfolio, about and contact page, just two settings. Template will be Elementor full width and no title bar. So title bar setting, no. Just like homepage. Homepage also we had these two settings, template, Elementor full width, title bar, no. Now click on publish. Now, as I said earlier, we don't have to design it from scratch. I'll simply give you the file. You can import it and you will have this page on your website. Or if you want, you can use pre-built pages as well. So you can use eKit or some other thing and you can search for example, if you're looking for blog page, under category, you can select, or not category, you can search for blog page over here. Okay, you can see these are home pages. Okay, this is home page. At the bottom it says home page. If you want about page, you can, under pages, you can search for about, press enter, and now as you can see, these are all beautiful about pages. Whatever or whichever page you like, you can import it on your website. For example, this one looks beautiful. If you open this one, this is how it looks. Okay, this is a premium one. You need the premium version of this plugin to add this thing, but some are free. As you can see, this one is free. This first and second one are free. This is a free version. This is how the about page will look like. So if you want, or if you like this page, you can simply click on this insert button and this entire page will be imported for you. Let me show you. If I just click on this insert page, right? So here, as you can see, this page is now imported with all these elements. Now, as I said you earlier, just like I showed you with single blocks, with these pages as well, you just have to do one thing, click on them and change the color, typography based on the design layout of your website. Okay, so I'll delete everything from here because we are creating the portfolio page and I've given you these templates. Now this was eKit library. Royal add-ons also has pages. So if you search for this, first let's select free pages. So as you can see, make sure you select free pages, not pro. Okay, so these are all free pages that you can see. Some are premium, some are free. You can select whatever free page you want. If you want again about page, you can search for about over here, press enter, and it will give you all the about pages. Okay, whichever page you like, you can just click on insert and you can upload it. Now to import the pages that I've given you, these pages, you can just click on add template, go to my templates, click on import template, select file, and one by one import everything: about page, contact page, header, footer, and portfolio. These pages, steps are all same. Select about page, in fact select portfolio page. This is the one that we are creating right now. Click on open. Once it is done, again click on import page, select file, then select about page, open. Once it is done, again click on, say on the same page, okay, over here. You can import it all over here, and after that you can insert it one by one. So first let's start with the portfolio page. Once it is imported, we'll add other pages. Okay, so in fact I'll pause this thing because this will take 5, 7, 10 minutes maybe to import all these pages. So I'll stop it. Once I have imported all the pages, we'll continue. Okay, so as you can see, we have imported everything: about us page, contact us page, portfolio, header, footer, everything. So because we are creating the portfolio page, we'll select this, click on insert, and now as you can see, everything is present for you. If you don't say this thing, you can click on this thing, and under category you have to select what all categories you want to display. So I've created only one category, software, so I'll select that thing. Now how many number of posts you want to display? So by default I've selected 6, so 6 blog posts or 6 portfolios will be displayed over here. You can go to layout and how many columns and all you want to display, you can select that, click on publish. Now again come back, let's create a few more pages. Next page, click on add new page. Let's give it a title of about us. Template will be Elementor full width, and title bar will be no, so no title bar. Click on publish. Once done, click on edit with Elementor, and we have imported the file. We just need to insert it. So click on add template, go to my templates, and here it is, web25 about us page, insert it. And here you have your entire about page in front of you. If you want to do any changes, you can just click on that and do the changes like we have seen multiple times in home page. Okay, we have seen the home page in detail. Now similarly, you can just click on that element at the left hand side. You see settings related to that. You can do some changes. Now let's import the contact page. In fact, before we import the contact page, let's see the contact form. So at the left hand side, we see this contact option. Click on that. Edit this contact form 1. Now delete everything that is inside it and open the media folder again. Inside media folder, inside pages folder, you have this contact form. Open it, copy everything from here, press Ctrl A to select everything, Ctrl C to copy everything, and just paste it over here. Click on save. Now you can go back to pages and import this page. First, let's get rid of this. Click on add new page. Give it a title of contact us. At the right hand side under template, select Elementor full width, and under title bar select no and click on publish. Now click on edit with Elementor again and click on add template. go to my templates, select contact us page, insert it, and here you have your contact form. Okay, a contact page. Now if you see, it will say contact form not found. Click on that. Now under style, select contact form 1 that we have just created, and this is how it will look like. All right. Now if you want to change the email address, you can just click on this thing at the left hand side under subtitle. In fact, under description, instead of this email, if you want some other email, just type in that thing. Instead of this number, this address, you can change the address. If you want to change the location on the map, you can click on this small pencil icon at top right corner of this section. Click on that. And whatever location you want, you can type in the exact location. You can also zoom in if you want. Okay. And these pages that you're importing, these are all mobile and tablet friendly, so don't need to worry about that. Again, come back to dashboard. Now let's see one thing. Let's see how we can, in fact, let me show you this thing. If you open the blog page, in the blog page, you can see we have this thing. We have this sidebar, author sidebar, popular post, social icons, and newsletter thing. Okay, so first let's create the newsletter form, and after that we can create all these things. So come back over here. At the left hand side, you will see MC for WP. Okay, MailChimp for WordPress. Click on that, or under that, click on MailChimp. So now we need to connect our website with MailChimp. Now MailChimp is a platform, is a free platform which you can use to do free email marketing. Now, if you don't know anything about MailChimp, if you don't know anything about email marketing, if you want to learn email marketing, how to do free automated email marketing, okay, very important, very advanced and all, then you can again go to my YouTube channel, search for Nayyar Sheikh MailChimp, and you can watch this video. Okay, 1 hour long video, more than 1 hour, 1 hour 17 minutes long video on how to use MailChimp to automate your email marketing process, how to create templates, how to create lists, how to do it, cart abandonment, all those features are explained in this thing. So you can watch that video. In this video, we'll just connect it and create a simple form. So to connect this thing, go to MailChimp.com. Once you log into your account, you will see your dashboard page, which would look something like this. Now over here at the top right corner, you have this thing. Click on profile under that. And over here, click on extras and select API keys under that. Now you need to create a new API key. I'll just click on create a key. Name it web25. Click on generate key. And copy this key. Come over here, paste in the key and click on save changes. Now your website will be connected with MailChimp. You can now do one thing under MailChimp, click on form and select any list from here and create a form. So name it form 1, click on add new form. Okay. So this is how your form is looking right now. Everything is fine. Just remove this label. Okay. This line, label line, this thing. Okay. Let me show you again. Okay. This line, label line, remove it, and this label text, remove this thing. Fine. Okay. Click on save changes. This is the only thing that you need to do. Now we can come over here. We can now add this sidebar. So for this sidebar, we can go to appearance and click on widgets under appearance. And we have to add these widgets under this blog primary. Okay. You can see calendar, finders, meta, these things are available. If you see your page right now, if you refresh this blog page, you can see calendar, meta, finders. This is given over here. So we want to delete all these things. So click on this, delete, click on calendar, delete, click on meta and delete. And instead of that, we want, first of all, we want the author. So click on plus button, search for author. You'll see about author. Under title, it says about author. So I'll type in this thing. Under name, it says John Doe. We'll type in this thing. Under skills, it says WordPress. If you want to add multiple skills, you can give a comma and add more skills. Let me do it again. All right. And then after info, under info, we have this text. Okay. So basically it is about the author, about you. What is your name? What is your skill? A few lines about yourself, and untick this thing, align center text. We don't want center. So remove the tick mark for this. Then next we have popular post. So click on this plus button, search for popular post widget, which is this one. And title will be popular post. How many popular posts? Maybe 5. We want to display popular posts. We don't want to display recent and comment. So untick these two. And also we don't want to display excerpt. So untick that thing as well. All right. Then we have social icons. So click on plus button, search for social icons, select the first one, social icons. Now what all icons you want? For example, if you want YouTube icon, you can select that. If you want Facebook, you can select that. If you want X or Twitter, you can select that. Maybe TikTok, whatever social media platform you're using, you can select that. Now click on YouTube, enter your YouTube link, click on Facebook, enter your Facebook page link, Twitter page link, and all those things. All right. Then below this thing, we have the MailChimp thing. So click on plus button, search for MailChimp, select the first one, MailChimp sign up form, and it will be created for you. Now click on update. Again, if you come back over here, refresh it. All right. If these changes are not taking place, you can click on this. You can hover over this icon at top and click on purge all. Okay. So this is the caching plugin. Sometimes it might happen. Now, as you can see, it is present, looking very different. We'll design it very soon. At the end of the video, I'll give you the CSS, custom CSS. It will design everything. Right now, this is how it is looking, but at least we have the things that we wanted. Okay. Now let's again come back to your dashboard and let's create a menu. So under appearance, click on menus. Okay. Like we have over here, this menu, let's create this menu. And you can see few menus are also automatically created over here. You can select this thing, header menu, or you can do one thing. You can click on this thing, create a new menu, click on leave, name it main menu, click on create menu, and make sure you tick mark this thing at the bottom, header primary navigation. Okay, tick mark this thing. Now under pages, select view all, and what all pages you want, you can tick mark that. Click on add to menu. If you want, you can also realign them, rearrange them if you want. Okay, like this. Click on save menu. So this is your menu. Now finally, last thing, the final customization of the website. So we'll come back to the home page, click on this customize link at top, and only 2-3 things are left. All right. So first of all, at the left hand side, click on site identity and add your website logo. So click on select logo, and whatever logo you have for the website, I have this logo over here, so I'll simply upload this logo. Click on select, skip cropping. Under logo 2 optional, I'll upload the same logo. Click on add image. Okay, don't need to do anything for now. Just click on publish because we will be inserting, we'll be using a different header. For now, just add the logo and come back. Now let's select the header and select header template and select this one. Okay, at the bottom you'll see your headers, and under that you have web 25 header. Click on that. Okay, now that header will pop up for you. Let's see. As you can see, this is your header. Instead of main menu, it is displaying some other menu. We'll fix it. For now, just click on publish. In fact, let's fix it. Click on this thing, click on this button, edit with header builder, and click on this. And instead of this, under select menu, select your main menu that we have just created. Okay, now it will display your main menu. Click on publish. Let's see. Let's come back to the website, refresh it. All right. Let's see some other menu. Let me go back to menus. Did we not save it? Come over here, try again. Okay, so maybe we did not save that thing. Make sure you save it. And now this is working. All right. Now this is your header. If you want to do any changes, for example, we have the get started button. Click on that. You can change the link. Now we have created the contact page. So how you change the link? If you just search for contact over here, it will give you the contact us page. Select that and it will automatically give you the link for the page. Now once somebody clicks on get started, or instead of get started, if you want to type in contact us, you can obviously do that. All right. Now, if you want to see how this menu will look on a mobile phone, you can see this is how it will look. On a tablet, this is how it will look. Okay, and tablet also, make sure you click on this and you select your main menu. Okay, like this. Mobile phone also, make sure you select this. Okay, mobile phone is fine. And yeah, header is done. Cut this thing, come back to your dashboard, come back to customizer, scroll down. Okay, this is how it is looking. Come back. Now select footer. Right now we don't have any footer. This is how it is looking. Let's fix the footer. Click on footer templates and select this one. Under your footers, web 25 footer, select this. It will give you this footer. Let's see, here it is with animation and all. Click on publish. Now to do changes in the footer, click on edit with footer builder. And instead of this logo, if you want some other logo, you can just select that logo. Similar, instead of this text, you can change the text. If no menu is displayed over here, click on this thing and whatever menu you want to display, you can select that menu, click on publish. Okay, so this is how it is done. Cut this thing. Footer is also completed. Come back. Let's see if few more things are left. I don't think anything else is left over here. Right, let me see. Yeah, everything is fine. If I see the, let me just see all the pages now. Block page. Okay, block page. Yeah, block page. We did not want this thing at top. So click on block page, select block slider and just untick this thing. Now this is how it will look. Publish it. Go to about page. Just making sure everything is looking good. Portfolio page. Everything is looking perfect. All right. Finally, come back to customizer. Let me go to the block page so that once I paste in the text, you can see the changes on the website. Now on the customizer, click on additional CSS. Open the media file. Under that, open pages file, pages folder, and inside that, open main CSS file. Now select everything, copy everything, come over here and simply paste it. As you can see, as soon as you paste in this thing, style is changed. If I publish it, open this page, open block page. Now as you can see, your block page, everything is changed. We have this slider and everything working perfectly fine. Come back and yeah, rest everything is fine. Let's see the home page. Okay, so with this, I think we have completed the tutorial. You can now exit this thing, and I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. I hope you guys have learned something new. If you still have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comment section below. And finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.